Hello wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK as we lunge headfirst back into the Feywild and rejoin our wilds beyond the Witchlight people. These people, all of them, look at them, lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, I see them, they're right there. Okay, and we shall catch up with them in just a moment. But first, let me say a massive hello to everyone over there in chat. It is a pleasure to have you here. Grugashmugwump, that's a good name. Hello, Grugashmugwump. I want to say it again.
Hello, indeed.
So good, I'll say it twice. Hey, JR, how you doing? Hey, Jurassic Park, thank you so much for joining us so much recently. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Everyone, there is a giveaway. Are you in it? You should be. Get in it. Jump in. Exclamation mark, enter. You can win Encounters in the Feywild from CZRPG. It's awesome. We've used it already in this game, and it was cool. And you should enjoy it too. You can put them in your campaigns, or run them as one-shots, all kind of stuff. It's exciting. And there's only 2 people. You need more people. And we have changed the rules a little bit. You do have to be there at the end to claim your prize. So, if there are absentees, you have even more chances to win. It was nail-biting stuff last night at the end of Barovia. There were like two people that weren't there. It was like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Okay. Right, thank you for joining us, everybody. Absolute pleasure. Thank you for the new followers. Hey, Grugashmugwamps in Okinawa. Domo domo yokoso. Ore wa Fukushima ni iru yo. Dozo. Tanashinde kudasai.
Hai. Yokatta na.
沖縄と俺に住んでるいわきが関係ありますよ。そっちの沖縄の餌踊りの太鼓がいわきのジャンガラの太鼓で始まったんです。四つ倉という町のお坊さんが沖縄に引っ越して、でいわきのジャンガラの太鼓をそっちに紹介して、で沖縄の太鼓になりました。Just so you know. And if you don't speak Japanese, I apologize. Right, okay.
That's cool though. That's so
Scarlet.
cool.
I was telling Scarlet, all right?
Yeah, I lived in Hiroshima for 5
Yes.
years. So.
Yeah, and also Daisha and Emin were in Japan too. I didn't really.
3 years.
I didn't really.
I speak American.
Every time.
I don't know how to spell it, but I speak it.
Yeah, wakarane. That's all I know in Japanese. So.
No worries. Ink from a Stone, thank you for the follow. I'm too new and I'm in the US. I'm just here to say, oh, thank you. Roll high. We will try, Ink. We will try. Although someone has given me a disadvantage crystal. I forget who. But
Thank you.
They will
Thank
pay.
you.
Stone, new viewer, new player, new
to D&D. Yeah. Either way, welcome to the channel.
Totally.
Welcome to the hobby.
Birkin. So not one of those people. But, you know,
I don't know where he got.
bit.
I don't know where he got the where he got the pronunciation from, but we drove past the Under Armour. There's a big Under Armour sports facility in our city here, and we drove past it, and Joe was just like, "Daddy, look, Under Armour." Where did you get that pronunciation?
Like an ad?
I was being a super chuffed dad because we drove my oldest to his first rugby game. He's in the rugby team now, and his school's rugby team's a badass. They went to the nationals last year, and I jumped out to say hello to all of his senpai, and all his senpai were there, and they're big bastards. They were like,
Wait, what? Like, jugako?
no, high school now. He's just into high school.
High school.
Yeah. Yeah. Georgia, good to see you, mate. Okay, right. Now, did we hear from Ink? Too new to enter a giveaway for real fans. No, don't be silly, Ink. Jump in there.
Let's go.
If you have a hardworking D&D person in your life, a DM that you could gift it to, re-gift it to, or just to read through for yourself and get excited about things.
Take it for us. We're not allowed to get the stuff. I want to use it. Do it for us.
in.
What is it today?
Encounters in the Feywild from CZRPG.
A
Beautiful
marvelous CCRPG product that I cannot get into, even though I own it,
Please.
because I made a promise to John.
Please.
Okay, right now, enough. Let's just get away to the Fey.
Hi.
And hey, there you go, Ink. Good luck. Okay, so everyone, let us jump back in here. Not only a massive thank you to CZRPG, but also to the wonderful people at Sirenscape. Head on over to sirenscape.com for a free 30-day trial, and you can get wonderful sound effects and music in your games like we're hearing now, although this isn't from Sirenscape. It's playing to you via the medium of Sirenscape, but you get to do cool things like this. Kaboom! lightning. And then whenever any player rolls a natural 1. Oh dear. And every time Charlie makes a joke. Okay, so no, that was Monday. That was all the puns. All the
so
puns.
beautiful. That was so good. I was crying with laughter.
And then when I do the inevitable cliffhanger ending. Dramatic open face. Okay, right. So, everyone, yes, Sirenscape.com for your free 30-day trial. There are more buttons than that, I assure you. And you can load up your own samples, your own music, and create original sound sets like I did for Scarlet Song's fabulous one-shot that we played on Monday. All original soundtracks. Everyone loved the clapping hands. That was nice to have that as an actual sound effect as well. All that extra stuff. Yes, and you can have a go of that yourself, and if you want to, you can become a Super Siren subscriber and get access to all of their stuff all of the time, even if your players are scattered to the 4 corners of the world like ours here.
Everywhere.
We have 23 players in 7 countries, and they all enjoy Sirenscape from the comfort of their own homes. Now,
Thanks, John.
you're very welcome. And as we continue on, let us also say a massive thank you to the fabulous Evan Blair Art. Congratulations, Mac. I saw you win a giveaway on their channel in the wee small hours. For me, anyway, yesterday for you, Eggs. Let us shout them out. Evan Blair Art is the fantastic artist that you're probably aware of already, because he is super cool. And it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Evan, if you're lurking around, as you sometimes do. And, oop, there we go. Yes, there is their stuff. Go and check them out, and you can get beautiful, beautiful pictures like these, and you'll see them more in the intro that we're about to play in just a moment. The intro coming from the fabulous Patch from QuestJunkiesUK, who was in our one-shot on Monday, and is a lovely person. Boom. There's their stuff if you want cool
Naturalist.
animated stuff for your games too. Now, am I missing anyone? I don't think so. Nope. Checkbox. Okay, so let us jump into tonight's session of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Right, back we are now. Last time we were here in the Prismere, the domain of delight, fractured by the Hourglass Coven as the hags take control of their slices of the pie. And we are in hither, the first section they have arrived in of the section of the Feywild here. It is ruled over by Bavlorna and has been turned into a suppurating, foul-smelling swamp full of creatures and wells and nasty rabbits, and they have been questing through this land, and they have done favors for some people, they've made mistakes, they've righted mistakes, and they are running towards the end of this section of the adventure, I would say, as they are honing in on Bavlorna's residence, trying to find lost items that were stolen from them in the Witchlight Carnival, trying to find the smile of a child that was also stolen in the Witchlight Carnival. Amen. You tried. The dice decided that was not going to happen. And
Yeah.
never mind. It's okay. It's good. We need that kind of thing. It's like oh, you didn't steal anything? Great. We can just stay here in the carnival. Okay, bye. No, so it was all good. So they're looking for those lost things and looking for a guide, as they are trying to find their way to travel to the other parts of the domain, blocked off by mysterious mists. Why is Travis Willingham flying over the foot? No. Why is... Thanks, Jessasik. Why is the mist more commonly associated with domains of dread, not domains of delight, blocking off these sections of Prismere. I do hope it's nothing to do with a forest gnome. A forest gnome with an angry little bird who's been siphoning off the mists from Ravenloft to transport adventurers all over the multiverse for one-shot roulette games. Out of 4, I hope you haven't done an oops. We shall see. We shall see. Now,
flashbacks.
yes. Anyone new to the channel, Ink, and everyone who's joining us today, all of the Wackyverse games are all tied together, and everyone. Oh, Ink, thank you so much. Everything is all tied together. So if there are references, like I said, do jump into that Discord and figure out what the hell is going on. There are lots of people. There are a few people. We're getting quite a few lore smiths now. Lore keepers who get my in jokes when I start making references to other campaigns. A little secret. Actually, can I drop a secret? I usually drop secrets on the Discord first. I'm gonna drop one right here. I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
And sorry, Willie, this goes against what you were saying a little bit before, but I am excited about the slimes from Spelljammer. And I made a decision as we were actually talking earlier. Anyone who watched Out of the Abyss, they have a friend who they think is a sentient gelatinous cube. But I'm actually going to make it a stranded. What's the name of the race?
Plasmoids.
Plasmoid. Yes, I'm actually going to make it a stranded plasmoid that is formed a gelatinous cube shape to fit in with its surroundings.
That's
And
amazing.
that is why you are a genius DM, innovating before you even knew it was going to be an innovation.
I can't wait because they're on their way to the surface now. So, yeah, because you come up to the surface once, then you go back down to deal with the demon lords in Out of the Abyss. So they're coming up to the surface that first time, and as they do, the gelatinous cube is going to be like and shrink down to a humanoid form instead of the cube form, and it's like, thank you, my friends. He's gonna like reach to the sky and set off like a beam, and like the ship's gonna come down to collect them.
Oh
No. Deep.
Oh my good god.
Snotty, beam me up.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Snotty,
no.
beam me up! Yes!
And I can put the Star Trek noise in Sirenscape.
Yes!
Yes.
Please!
So many good
Please.
ideas.
Fabulous. And then just be like, Blubbergall? How little we knew thee? And then Buns is going to be angry because I took away one of her pets. But never mind. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Sam's here. Sam! Don't lurk like that. All players must declare themselves. Okay, Sam, you're in on the secret now. You have to keep it. On pain of death. Or by gods, I will come to New York and I shall find you. And the worst thing in your sewers shall not be big pizza-eating rats. There'll be a DM hunting you down.
There's gators in there, so.
Oh yeah, that too. That too. It was. What are they called when it's like a bunch of them all like fused together? It's like rat kings or something.
Yeah,
A rat
right.
gang, yeah.
Oh, they're so. Just seen some amazing Nutcracker like D&D one shots where it's been like this terrifying monster circle.
Oh
I
my
can imagine.
god.
I can imagine. Sam, I'll be good. You better, Elora Illustrious, aka the Finisher, aka Her Majesty. Okay. Anyway, Out of the Abyss, people. Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, depending where you are in the world. Do join us after our. No, we do have one more session next week. On my birthday. Hey. Right. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Next week. Okay. So everyone, we came here to play a game, and there was an introduction and everything. we got sidetracked again. So let us jump into things here. Last time we were here, our adventurers found the inn at the end of the road, and they took a much-needed rest, and were delighted to find that the proprietor of said inn is also very anti-Hourglass Coven hag person. So that was good news. And so they have a kind of little mobile base of operations here, although they can't control where it goes or where it will be. But they do have...
End of the road.
The end of the road, yes, that's where you need to be. Just go there, it's fine. And as you took your rest and met some new allies there... Daisha, I apologise.
Uh-oh.
I apologise.
Don't. Why? No.
There's something
What
missing.
happened?
There's something
Where's
missing.
your baby?
What was I thinking?
Is it snails or butterflies?
so sorry.
Butterflies?
What do I need to do? This. Yay! There we go. Okay. Yes, butterflies. I forgot the butterflies. They went to the Fey toilet where your hands are dried by fluttering butterflies. And they brought some with them. They stole them. It's like,
They're mine now.
pandemic flashbacks. Everyone's stealing the toilet paper from restaurants. Okay, so yes, they came out with the butterflies from the Fey Loo. Fey Wild I saw yesterday. It's the Fey
In
Loo.
lieu of the Feywild.
The Fey Loo. And we, yes, so we have our new friends here, and I have discovered the joys of transparent background animated GIFs. It's like, yes, all the overlays. What can I get for all of the overlays? I was looking for a bat one for our OVA yesterday. Must find them all. Okay, so as we joined, just thank you for gifting the sub. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Ink. Enjoy your subs. Enjoy your emotes. Okay, as we are jumping into things here, let us remember what happened. Everyone took a long rest, and as you woke up, you discovered that the Wandering Inn, as it trundles around the Feywild on all of its little legs, had made its way over to the village of Mudchuckle, which last you left was in a rather tragic state because a hag had twisted a bargain with you all and destroyed all of their vegetables and put them in a rather dire place. But when you arrived, all was well. Jasper, your Eladrin friend, greeted you exuberantly and happily as they had been returned to a bounteous world of gardening, thanks to the actions of you in the vision quests that you all went on, the rights that you righted, the wrongs that you righted, I should say, in these visions that you had as you were attacked by that mist potion that was thrown at you by the Harangon bandits, actually undid some of the bad things that were happening in the realm here. And you had the idea that we don't have to fight the hags, we just have to undo everything that they've done and work as a force for good. And we will be able to defeat them in that way instead. Now, it's good name, right? Mudchuckle. Mudchuckle, who are mourning the loss of their gnome neighbours, the gnomish town of Hillockbottom, that disappeared off the map mysteriously and left nothing but a large pool of water with a few fireflies drifting over it. Now, as you were delighted to be reunited with a happy group of people in Mudchuckle, you were planning what to do next, and you decided to make your way back to the gigantic tree stump that is the Brigand's Tollway and lurk in the mists until the young black dragon went off hunting. Now they are devoid of their Harangon servants. And as the dragon flew off into the mists and went a hunting for some food, you snuck in to get your gear back. You were accosted, because no dragon in their right mind would leave their hoard unattended. You were accosted by strange, fungal, plant-like, lizard-like beasties, and there was a bit of a nasty battle, but they were defeated. And you reclaimed your focus, your abacus, your magic sword, and all the other bits and bobs that had been stolen away from you that I hoped I should remembered. And she RP'd it heavily by deleting everything from a character sheet. Your commitment is
I'm
appreciated.
just gonna...
No, come back to us. Sorry, I tease. Now.
No, I know.
As oh, by the way, sorry to sidetrack myself, I just remembered Daisha and Emin, I was having wonderful flashbacks the other day because I caught Dreaded GM, our friend down in Australia, doing a
Right.
DM prep stream, and he was prepping Van Thamper Villa in Baldur's Gate because they are playing Descent into Avernus. And so it was getting all the flashbacks to when you guys were playing Descent into Avernus. And it was like, he's like Slobberchops. Who's Slobberchops? He's like reading through. By the way,
I love it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you saw, but Slobberchops is up in Icewind Dale for our Realm of the Frostmaiden campaign at the moment, as he travelled up there with Theo
Yep.
Brothwyn on his ship. and revealed himself as they were almost about to get destroyed by an ancient white dragon to be actually not a Tressum, a little flying cat, but actually an ice devil in disguise, spying on them for Mephistopheles. So there were revelations. There were revelations involved.
Sneaky little shit.
Yes. Look at he's so cute. Look, hello.
He is.
Aww.
Look, he's got a nice little tiefling skull that he likes to play with. He's happy.
Whose skull?
Sweet boy.
Plot twist.
The
Yes,
world
okay.
will never know.
Indeed, you can sit there on top of my death sauce. Okay, right, now, as we continued here, you regained all of your gear and headed off back out into the swamp. And that is where we rejoin you as we lunge back into hither, the swamps. The nice blooming flowers and fluttering butterflies as the Feywild reflects your good mood and triumphant feelings on gaining back all of your stuff. And as the music fades, we jump back into the swamp at high tide, for want of a better word.
Of course, it's high tide.
Let us make our way around the overlay here, and 40 minutes later, actually get into this game. Thank you for bearing with me, everybody. Okay, Daisha, with your blinged out double inspiration crystal goings on over there. Who are you in real life? Who are you playing, and where they at?
I am Stephanie in real life. And in my virtual fake life, I am a snaky lady barbarian. But I don't get mad, I get hype. And right now, I am sitting pretty with my blinged out double inspiration, and also really regretting my heavy RP moment of deleting all my stuff.
Indeed. If only the character sheets showed up in VODs, but they do not. Can you use the Wayback Machine? Because they go back, they just go back to when the internet when you had it.
Just gonna hop back in my Wayback Machine. I have a pretty good idea, so.
Okay, good.
And yeah, pleased that the town is back to normal. Skeptical of Willie's idea, but
Which one?
the one about like we just have to turn everything back to normal. I know in this world I am aware that would work, but Daisha's like maybe. All right.
Fair. Okay.
But yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at.
Corey, who you in real life? Who you playing? Where they at, please?
Hello, I'm Scarlett from the College of Inspiration. I'm an artist here on Twitch, and I do a lot of homebrew and D&D content on my channel. Today, I am reprising my role as Corey, who at this moment is probably, in the midst of the delight, has probably got Hyacinth in her locks. As her mask is fully up, and she is hiding absolutely everything about her, and I totally don't have this upside down.
Okay, yes indeed. Thank you very much. Emin, who are you in real life? Who are you playing? Where they at?
Hello, everybody. My name is Colby, and I play the Fairy Rogue Emin Pastiche. Let's see. Where are we at right now? Cautiously optimistic.
Nice.
Worried about the return of our young black dragon friend. Suspiciously eyeing the spot on his wrist where a watch would be. But feeling pretty good that he's got his magic sword back, so.
Indeed. It's gotta be good. You sold so much for it. So.
He gave up a lot for it.
What did that cost you again?
1 point of constitution.
Irrable Jax. Okay, and last but not least, by any metric you care to employ, Willie, who are you in
Give
real
it to
life?
Robojax now. Just give it to them now. All right. Hey, Roval Jacks, you ready to take yet another? Yeah, guy wins so much. Hey, I'm just
favored by the
playing a
gods.
dude portraying another dude. I'm DM Charlie. I am a professional DM. I Twitch stream. We'll be back on Sunday. Hey, got content, got guys. It's not a holiday. My computer is now working. People aren't traveling. No one's dying of COVID. We should be back this Sunday. Big things coming up in our server. If you want to come and play games, one of the sponsors of the channel here, Frictionless Dan, is our DM Dan. He's got one-shots up that have seats, custom content. Listen out there. Guy is a master. Who am I playing? I am playing Willie Graham, who is a human fey-touched warlock, who is somewhat of an investigator of strange circumstances, somehow found himself here in the Feywild on a quest to locate a missing sibling, and now it has become a great quest to obtain many, many pilfered items from these perfidious eggs. I would also like to say Corey and Jasasic sitting in a tree, Kissink. First comes love, and you know the rest. I'm quite ebullient about the potential that faces us here in his, because instead of facing the hags directly, I am now convinced that we can come of them obliquely and undo their work simply by doing great works of our own. It is a good day for Willie after many, many hours. I thank you.
Thank you. I thank you too. To answer Ink from a Stone, we do have a homepage with the character sheets on, but I just checked and the Witchlight ones are not there. So let me go and shout at my brother-in-law, and I should get that sorted. There's a nice picture of me, and the nice picture of the Witchlight art.
Aww.
Yeah.
Let's go!
That's all we need.
Good plan, Jasasic. Good plan. Let's do that thing. Right, so as you are making haste before the dragon comes back, because, you know, dragons are super chill when it comes to their hordes being looted.
Oh, yes.
Super, super chill. You are making your way across this beautiful map towards top left right away, or what are you doing? Up to you.
If I recollect correctly, last we heard from Frau Sue was that the inn at the end of the road was heading the direction we wanted, towards downfall.
Okay. So are you going to reconnect with the with them and then go in that direction?
Or were we heading on our own? Now did I just suddenly misremember everything?
Was there anything else you needed? Have we delivered the letter yet?
Let's again.
The letter is extra dimensional, right?
It's in the Feywild, but it's beyond Prismia.
That's what it was.
Yes,
It's
which is the
red
problem.
and smells like fish, I think, is what that letter is. So have we
I missed
completely...
one session.
You missed a lot. Have we completely quit the inn then?
You had to go to the Brigand's Tollway, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
I was
were we
gonna say, I
rejoin?
thought we left it.
Okay.
Yep.
Did we want to rejoin
I should put
because...
I should put like a token for the inn, shouldn't I? And then it's like so you can see where it is. Although you would, although it's kind of meta, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Just
Because
run in.
if it's gone, then it's moot. But now in retrospect, Willie is thinking it might be useful if we could go back and see if Frau Zoo
Well-
had any more of those clovers that Emin ate. The telepathic one for 8 hours. That might be useful for us to have some of those, if it is an option. Otherwise, I say we just keep going the way we're supposed to.
You're gone for one session. Passed
Yeah,
out while you're listening to the
I
stream.
think we should head towards downfall, and if we come across the inn, we do, and if we don't, we don't.
Yeah,
Right.
Corey, they got some Fey treats as they had their dinner
Oh, lovely.
last night, which is what these things came
Nice.
up. They randomly rolled some of the local delicacies. All things that Corey would have heard of in her travels. Yeah. Leisha?
I want to point out very, very badly that somehow the moving in the Feywild is much more horrific than the moving in the Abyss, with fleshy legs. I felt that was an important thing to note here. Like,
In the
big
Nine Hells?
puppy
Yeah.
in the Abyss versus fleshy-legged centipede house.
Well,
In the
in
Feywild.
Avernus, we had Critter, so
Yeah, Critter is delightful.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so much better than fleshy legs. Anyway, that was all. It was an
Indeed.
intrusive thought that I had to say out loud.
Indeed. And yeah, what do you prefer for your innkeeper? A human druid or an arcana elf? Your choice. Your choice.
That is tough.
But the problem with Critter, they had the visits from those librarians from time to time. They were basically like the scary
Oh my
things from
God,
Harry Potter.
Oh, those things were horrific.
Yes, swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. Okay. So. Sorry.
To downfall? Is that what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And we've rescued all of our items then?
You have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. In that case, as we're moving around, you hear like clacking of various colored beads as Corey has like started to count something. You don't know what she's counting, but she is counting something and it's calmed her down significantly. It's like,
Okay.
alright,
Are you counting wing beats that you can hear in the distance?
yes, that too. I can only imagine how much faster we need to move.
You almost got away with it until Daisha hiccuped, and then it heard you. It swoops into attack.
I think that Corey is probably going to take some of whatever flower is in her hair at this moment and start wiping down any of the items that she's received from the Horde with it, so it's no longer covered in the dragon scent.
But,
I suggest you do the same.
yes. And
That's
as I
smart.
said, your mood is elated and triumphant, so there are a great deal of flowers blooming around you in the swamp.
Just don't inhale. Sometimes they make you turn purple.
Now,
All right, what is that you're doing with all these items?
Oh, well, dragons have a rather powerful sense of smell, probably, like any creature that hunts. I would recommend you do the same with any of the items that you've received from the Horde.
Schweinhunds, this is the truth. I will cast my spell, Preston, my spell, and cleanse the items. If any of you need me to help, feel free to give me your things. I will cleanse the stink off of them.
Very offers her abacus.
He will take it
And
with
your earrings.
respect and wiggle his fingers and make it scent-free with a slight lemon hint.
Ooh, lovely. I do like citrus.
and the power of... Sorry, Sketchy. Here it comes.
I will say that in your hands, really, you will notice that each of the beads is very different. So usually with like abacuses, they're quite uniform, but these have been clearly carved out of different types of stones over many years. And then the abacus has been constructed and reconstructed with them over time. And they're all kind of sparkly, just a little bit, just enough that like, if you were to spot one on the floor, you'd be like, ooh, shiny rock.
Well, Willie is slowly casting the spell on the abacus. He would tacitly like to make an investigation check as he's turning it over in his hands, because obviously unusual nature of the construction would beg his curiosity, would, was ist los?
Okay.
Can I make a roll?
Indeed.
How about a 23?
Ooh, dang.
Inspiration.
Trying to find out.
Inspiration dawns.
Whatever.
Are you trying to find about construction material? Or are you trying to find, what are you trying to find?
Why, knowing that abacuses are constructed out of similar stones to aid in counting ones, tens, 50s, etc., what could be the possible purpose of constructing an abacus with such unique and esoteric stones? Just this eclectic mix of stones and beads and whatnot. What he's trying to fathom the purpose.
Well,
'Cause
they notoriously like counting. and like the variety of age in stone would probably tell you that this is like a collection of rocks over many years.
Oh, okay. So it's also like a heirloom, but it also tells a history, functional history. Huh.
I would say maybe you see some like, probably some carvings of flowers. Maybe, does Billy read Sylvan?
Yeah, actually he does. He's fluent in it.
You would see like the symbol for what would be a, like very large A somewhere on that as well.
Oh,
And
he'll
like an
hand
A
it
and a
back.
Q.
Clean. Oh, clean and fresh, and won't say anything. It's like, it is a marvelous implement for it. You must be very proud.
I guess it was a gift.
Ah,
Low drop.
right. I'm making note of that. But that's, yeah, then Willie will just be prestidigitating everything that was
Coated in
seeping
dragon.
in dragon stink. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to even consider how dragons mark their territory. No, thank you.
Oh God.
What? Sharpies.
Obviously.
Robert the Dragon. Robert the Dragon.
Cookies. Okay.
What was that?
Sorry, I just had an idea. I was checking something. Okay, so have you stolen one of the punts from the Harangon?
Yeah.
Little Cambridge boating outing. So Emin has a little like gondolier's hat on. He's like, so you make your way through the canals of hither, so you grabbed one of these flat-bottomed boats that the Willie. You have a slight kind of like traumatic flashback as you see stowed beneath one of the benches in this flat-bottomed boat is a set of those bagpipes that heralded the Harangon's approach.
If nobody's looking, Willie will like trail them in the water and just let them go. Just let them sink into the swamp.
There's a slight as it disappears beneath the water. The last bit of air escapes. Okay.
What was that noise?
Yeah, I don't know. It is your land.
It is not, but it certainly sounded like something.
Yeah, Emin is the only local.
I'm just well traveled, Billy.
Is it something that Emin will recognize?
Roll me an insight check.
Let's see. I don't think a 2 is gonna do it.
A 2? No, it's probably some strange kind of frog. It's okay. A success would have only been, yes, the distinct cry of drowning bagpipes. So you didn't miss out on too much. Okay, so as you continue on your merry way, punting through the tangled roots of this kind of mangrove-esque swamp, which, given your mood, is quite pleasant because the shifting branches and hanging vines are, as I said, bedecked with flowers. But as you make your way top left, further and further, you start to get less and less visibility as cloying mists, much like those that were surrounding the Brigand's Tollway, starts to build up once more. And you see looming out of these mists the unmistakable remains of the broken causeway, one of the spokes of the wheel that was Prince Mir as was, looming up high above you. And you think back to when you first arrived here and hither atop that causeway. And as you pass it by, you get into a section without so many trees and things gathered in around you. And you are able to realize that you're in some sort of riverway that is clear even when the waters are low. And you start to follow this river as it flows down in the direction that you're generally wanting to be headed, and taking advantage of the easier way forward. And you approach downfall. Not your downfall. So sorry.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, not yet.
Well, we'll see.
Like,
Yes. Let's
still
not
early
get
days.
let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay. So. As
Downfall, but top left.
let me switch this up a little bit here. Okay. Has its own music. Music of Downfall.
Oh,
We are using the official Sirenscape sound sets for While Beyond the Witchlight, so everyone enjoy.
And then suddenly holding hostage.
As you slowly push the skiff forward through the mists and the water here, this thick fog hangs heavy in the air, obscuring the area around you, so that the world appears to have shrunk to only 20 feet in all directions. Before you, the waterway widens and the current slows, giving the impression that you have entered the edge of a wider body of water, a lake of some kind. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving into two rowboats, slowly making their way across the water. Manning the oars of each rowboat are two bullywugs. One of them in a overly formal jacket with long tails, raggedy and a bit muddy around the edges, dangling forgotten over the edge of the boat into the water. The other seeming, well, a female-presenting bullywug in a large, floofy dress and a little lace-rimmed parasol held up completely unnecessary in the dank fog that is completely enshrouding this area. And they call out to you. Welcome to Downfall, travelers. Lovely day on the water, isn't it? We were just rowing about, taking the air and having a cocktail or two with our friends from Drown Now. Welcome, raiders. You see another boat coming in with 3 raiders and Drown Now at the oars, also in ridiculous Victorian attire. Hey raiders, how you doing?
Welcome.
Okay. And we can go to a new map for the first time. Now,
New map.
I have given you all just 20 foot of dark vision on here to represent the extent to which you can see, which is not very much. So, those of you with 60 foot normally do not be surprised that this is not its usual extent.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Got it.
This map is. When we're finished, I will show it to you because it's freaking beautiful. You only get to see it 20 feet at a time. Sorry.
What?
Oh my God.
Here you
It's
go.
so big.
It's
I
huge.
can't. I just shift ping me. I can't
I
find
did.
it.
I'll do it again. Thank
you.
There you go.
There we good. Gravy. Oh my Lanta.
So this is the
Wow.
extent so you can see. So it's not because it's dark, it's because it's foggy. So there's just that beyond that
Okay.
darkness there, it's just walls of fog. And you can just see the edge of the token of the bullywugs there. It's just there on the edge of the view there. And it's like,
Hear anything?
There's
Miss?
just what they called out to you before.
Oh.
What brings you out on this fine day?
I turn to my companion.
Billy will clear his throat, and in his best persuasion tone, will say, "Greetings to you, fine lord and lady. We are here as experts to advise with your King Gop the 19th to help him with the fabrication of his latest endeavor of the gas balloons. We are all experts in the various crafts of artificing such devices. We heard he had a need. Can you show us the way to meet your potentate?" And I would like to make a persuasion roll, if I may.
You do not have to.
Oh.
As the thing says, I must insist, the correct title is, the Moss Crown Knight. But, yes, I'm so glad that you have heard of our fine monarch here. And then one of the other ones in the second boat is like, for now. And you, and the woman, the female bullywug with him, like covers her wide mouth with a feathered fan and titters behind it.
Was it the Moss Crown Knight who said for now, or
Moss Crown Knight.
Was it from his boat or the other one that said for now?
The other boat. The Moss Crown Knight seems to be fairly pro Gullop. King Gullop.
King Gollum.
And Gullop, yes, Gullop. The 19th, you got the 19th right. Cheers, Jurassic. I was wondering so much like how to do these. We did meet one before, which give me a chance to practice, which is good.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
And you know, Sly Flourish, the lazy DM, he had the perfect image for these guys. You know, it's that painting. I forget. I think it's a Renoir, where it's like all the people just like in full-on Victorian stuff, like along the bank of the river.
The pointillism.
Yeah.
That picture. They have like slightly crunched and lopsided top hats with moss growing on them, and just huge ruffles. And you have those massive like Elizabethan like circle ruffs around their necks. Let me try and find.
Ruffles when they like inhale their throat sac. It's like
yeah. And let me try and find some of the. Let me try and find some of the art. This is actually King Gullop himself and one of his courtiers, so this is a bit of a sneak preview, but this will work to show what we're dealing with here. Here we are.
Show.
Oh my god.
there's a pet gator at point.
I
love them.
Oh my good god.
So this is what we're dealing with here.
He got a little daisy hat. He's got Chester bells on him.
Your mic gave up on you there because you peeked out.
That's how you know that the zoomies are about to approach.
I think you just surprised my hiccups away, which I'm very pleased with.
All right.
Get the...
I like the domed monocle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
right.
Yes, that's such a nice touch. That's amazing.
Wow.
I haven't
Kudos
seen
to
that.
whoever did the art for that. It's gorgeous.
So good.
Frogs.
Bullywugs.
We
JR.
have a frog
Bullywugs.
somewhere along the woods. Wait, actually, do we have a frog?
Excuse me?
Do we have the frog with us still?
No, I think you left them. You left it with the inn at the end of the road because you were going to the
that's
dragon.
fair.
You didn't want it to get eaten by the dragon.
Oh, that's fair.
Escargot. Sorry, frog's legs. Maybe.
No, my
Wrong French dish.
baby.
Wrong French dish. So, actually, I wanted to do our Bullywug friends have any art on their token, on their character sheet? Hang on. Oh, maybe. No, there's just it's just the normal bullywug one, which is not so cute. This one, it's just the normal fighter one. The members of the Soggy Court are much more refined than these bullywugs, I hope you'll find.
But
Yes.
that is what I would expect something named Bollywog to look like.
Yes, but we are in the Fae, my dear. In the Fae Wild. All expectancies are usurped. Willie, as you say that, the Moss Crown Knight. Let me roll. Hang on, I have a random title and name type thing here. The Moss Crown Knight Bluff. Sir Bluff introduces himself and his good lady companion, who is the Lady Baltis.
Bluff and Baltus.
Yes, Sir Bluff and Lady Baltis of the Soggy Court, and they're very, very pleased with themselves. And they, let's see here.
Maybe sounds rather.
They say,
Vibes give me poo territory very much.
Poo?
What do I know of the Soggy Court in my time here? Is it here?
Nothing. Yeah, this seems to be. I mean, in your this is where your fairy dragon friend infiltrated, because the hag's residence is at the center of this court. Downfall. This is the Soggy Court is Downfall.
Have we freed Sir Teleport?
No. You have that.
Even though we had the key?
You have the key. Yes.
Alright. And you're right near their establishment? And we didn't think to free the... Alright, that's it.
Yes, he is still at grandmother's cottage.
I see. Understood.
What's it over? Okay, so I'm just jotting down names here so I remember them. So yes, Sir Bluff says to you, yes, you. Hang on, what was that? Morgoth? Should name one of them Morgoth. Okay, I certainly shall, sir. Person, sorry. Gender you. Yes, Sir Bluff turns to you, Willie, and as you address them, and you seem quite knowledgeable about the Soggy Court, and dropping those names and things. And he's like, "Oh, you are clearly most important emissaries from far away, and you should present yourselves at the earliest convenience to King Gollop the 19th, and His Excellency will be delighted to receive you and entertain you in the Soggy Court."
Oh, I thank you, good Sir Bluff. Pray tell, we have been traveling for some time. Is there a spot inside of Downfall where we might, say, see to our appearance and grab a meal before presenting ourselves to your king?
Oh, do not worry about that. You must present yourselves at the earliest possible chance. Just make your way across the stepping stones, through the balloon factory, across the bridge of chattering heads, and up to the gazebo, which is the king's court. Boop.
Ooh, chattering
Across
heads.
the stepping stones, through the balloon factory, across the court of chattering heads.
The bridge of chattering heads.
Bridge of chattering heads, thank you very much. Onto the court of Gollop the 19th.
One of you has stream of consciousness flashbacks.
Yeah, one of us had a vision about the bridge of chattering heads.
That was Willie. That was Willie. And in this fog, unfortunately, we are not able to navigate quite so clearly as well or agilely as you are. Would you direct us towards the stepping stones, please?
You may leave your vessel around the corner here to the top left and make your way to the court. Boop.
I thank you very, very much.
A
Amen.
pleasure. Now, I'm afraid if the Lady Baltus does not get her blue bottle sandwiches, she would be most inclement. Boop. and they start to row away.
Absolutely.
good.
Thank you again. Thank you. Enjoy your picnic. He said blue bottle sandwiches as a blue bottle flies.
I'm assuming so. I'm more interested to find out what the chattering heads are, quite frankly. You reckon that's
Right.
what happened to 1 to 17?
I am thinking perhaps this is a case.
Well, at least they're thorough.
Alright, so upper left is this direction to us on the our left, or up
yep.
and around to the
Feel free. He said he gestured around that promontory of land to the right. Yeah. So you're all in one boat, but feel free to move around there. Bye, Daisha. Swimming behind. Wait.
Wait, so are we putting ourselves to the right or to the left?
He said top left.
Do we continue along the river? Like, it's quite long.
It has opened. That's where it opens out into the lake there, as we said
Okay.
before. And
Ooh.
yes, you have found
Oh,
the
lovely.
moorings.
Hops on. Hops.
Okay.
Oh, hello, you.
Hope everyone's enjoying the dynamic lighting. Now, wait there, please.
Oh,
Alright.
whoa, hello,
Hold,
sir.
please.
Holding.
Okay. I'm sorry, folks. This is quite a big map. I cannot zoom in any closer than that.
Yeah.
But yes, you make your way around there and clamber up onto the mouldering, slightly slimy wooden jetties there, and you find an interesting sight. Looming above around this ramshackle wooden pier is a balloon, which you can just see on the edge of your vision to the north, to the top there. Anchored by 4 thick ropes tied around wooden posts driven deep into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as a swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in its patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of a ladder and is using a long silver needle and a spool of cat's gut? Is that displace a beast kitten gut?
Nah.
To sew up one of the openings. A second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder, where you are there. That's the one that's in front of you, steadying it. And huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs whose long tongues snap up passing insects.
Is this like a Goofy and Pluto situation?
Yes.
Oh dear,
Yes, the giant frogs are not wearing clothes.
that is disturbing.
So
I
that's
have questions,
the balloon
but I
is
also
there.
don't.
It's looming in the edge of the fog. You can just see its large, almost silhouette, like shape in the fog, and you can hear someone's like, "Whoop! I've got another one!" Whoop, and it's just like sewing up there, and
Oh, look, snails.
it is not displaced kitten gut. It's me teasing.
I think that Emin, with his penchant for sewing and like disguises and whatnot,
Oh, yes.
I think he would see them working on this, and he would approach the bullywog that's, I imagine, probably pretty awkwardly sewing with this stick and needle.
Mhm.
And he would approach and say, "Hey, how long you been doing this?"
Are you flying up there?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can fly up here. I'll put him. I think he's going to be here.
Hopefully you don't get mistaken for anything.
Now, everyone, don't worry. Me moving Emin there does not spoil the view for the other players, because each of them individually can only see what their own token can see. So Emin
Don't be
has a...
Emin. Goodbye forever.
Bye, Emin.
And he
Ooh,
disappeared into the mist.
Stream can see what all of you can see, so they get the sneaky peek view that there's like 3 levels of views. Like what you see individually, which is just what your token can see. There's what stream can see, which is the sum total of your tokens, and then there's my view, which is everything. What?
Dun dun dun.
unlimited power.
No, it's okay.
Unlimited
Scarlet,
power.
we don't have to do that. Here we go. Here.
You don't have to do what?
We don't have to sing the dun dun dun. We have it. Okay.
Yes.
It's good. Again, not all of us have Sirenscape outside of game.
True.
So, how long you been doing this? That does not look easy.
It is unfortunately not terribly easy, but it is necessary as we lost one of our balloons recently.
Oh yeah, that, like, he like in vain kind of looks around to try to see other balloons, but like he only sees this one, so he's like, yeah, that must be a little distressing.
And what with the trouble at the balloon factory?
Oh, yeah, I imagine you wouldn't have many balloons without a properly working balloon factory. What's going on at the factory?
I'm sorry, I've no time to chit-chat. Please present yourselves to the king.
Yeah, all right. I mean, if you don't want me to help, that's fine. And he'll start to like fly away.
Okay. Is that Sirenscape? Is that insects or is that Bearman?
You're
I'm not
right,
both.
Emin.
Wow.
You're right, Emin. You look disappointed.
Oh, yeah, a little disappointed. I did kind of want to help. That looks like fun. But apparently something is going on at the balloon factory that is slowing the progress of producing more balloons. So, but he wouldn't tell me because we have to present ourselves post haste.
And
When they say
the one
present-
holding, when you say that, I mean the one holding the bottom of the ladder is just like, usurpers, terrorists.
Terrorists.
Terrorists?
Oh, that's fun.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, this was the active revolutionaries trying to usurp Gollop's realm.
You don't say.
Have they been at it long?
2 seconds.
I just really like the idea that progressively, like, they've been going through gollops as time's gone on. Just like, we lost a gollop last week, and we lost it 2 days ago. We're on our 18th gollop.
0 days since last Gollop turn.
Oh my god.
As you say that, actually, the one at the bottom of the ladder, their eyes go wider, already pretty wide. Their eyes go wider, and they kind of conspiratorially like hunch their shoulders, and they look around. This is most interesting. King Gollop is new to the throne, but the recent troubles has everyone questioning their ability to deal with the crisis. I think there are rumblings, and this kind of revolutionary activity is signs that something's brewing. Time to add another head to the bridge, maybe.
Ooh. How long since the last one?
It's been 15 days now.
My goodness. Thorough. I do admire that.
Yes, it's like, where is it? Yes, he's like, yes, we only just got done adding Molob the 16th's head. It was rather difficult to preserve properly after got up and boiled them in oil.
Whoa.
Boiled frog.
Hmm.
Deep fry. Well, we have
Wait.
to go through the balloon factory. In order to get there, right? So, should we be careful of anything in particular, dear?
I don't know. I'm sure whatever troubles and shenanigans are going on and intrigue is playing out, it will not involve you as outsiders. No, do not worry, do not worry. Just be ready to enjoy the show should anything kick off. And and he actually, and I mean, when you like reacts violently to that boiled in oil, it's like, oh no, that was an easy way out for. Hang on, what's the name again? That was an easy way out for Molob the 16th. Oh, you should have seen what happened to the king before that. Morgoth the Mad.
What happened to them?
Ask them yourselves when you get to the bridge.
Oh,
And
hey.
Morgoth in chat, if you would like to tell us how you were deposed and what violent means usurped your throne, please do type in chat.
Emin kind of like claps his hands in like a very morbid excitement, and not really knowing what he's talking about, like, because he didn't have the vision. He's like, hey, okay, that funny joke. Yeah, I'll ask him, all right.
And he just looks confused. As if he's like,
Well, thank you
yes,
for the information, darling.
most welcome. It's kind of flustered at the darling.
You're fine. Pleasure.
Or
Yes.
like red on green, would it be orange? You guys gotta go to orange.
I would like to think that there's like a bloom of flowers, except it's slightly prickly. Like it's in on the joke, not the joke. It's in on the flirt, but it's very much a I will go if you get too close.
That's it. Okay, so
I was grabbing computer charger.
continuing on your way.
I think I lean in and take. I lean into where Emin is as we're walking along, and I go, "How much do you know about Bullywog hierarchy / deposing / coups? Anything? Is this common in this area?"
Would it have been? This is a relatively new thing. For
Yeah,
this part, right?
Yeah, you haven't come across a Bullywug course like this before.
Yeah, no, I've never heard or seen anything like this. Me and my friends used to play this funny game with the frogs that we used to catch down by the river, but it's not, not like this.
Alright. Well, perhaps we'll meet the past kings.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. That's weird. Like that's gross and not funny.
Willie,
Oh, it's not that bad.
any comment from your vision? You do now. You think to think of it, there was a rather regal disposition to all of these heads that you saw.
I am thinking, based on the strange experience we had alongside the river before we went and spoke to the Watcher, so perhaps we just make our way to the bridge and we shall find answers there. If I remember correctly, very voluble, noisy, incessant answers, but answers nonetheless.
So
And-
nothing new.
And by the way, you can see without a doubt that this is the same design, the same type of construction as the one that Sir Tolliver escaped in, and that crashed into the slanty tower.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
you remember there was a
Interesting.
dead bullywug in the balloon.
Right.
There was. Ooh. What a nice death.
Emin, like as they start to walk closer to the balloon factory, Emin will definitely turn to the rest of the party and say, yeah, I I don't believe for a second that this factory is as safe as he was talking about. So we should be careful.
Well,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
all regions of the world have OH&S, I guess.
That was denial in that guy's voice. So
I thought it was a swamp.
that
Cora
was
looks
pretty
genuinely
good.
confused.
And Emin will like kind of rib Corey.
Oh.
Like probably a little too hard, but
Ow.
okay. Balloon factory.
I believe so. We need to get to the soggy hole somehow.
I think that is probably the way to go. It is clear that we don't have enough information to make any sort of judgment or plan quite yet. Perhaps we continue forward and see what else is in store in this strange amphibian city and decide once we know more.
There's a slight moment of awkwardness as one of the frogs tries to eat Emin as he buzzes back down from the balloon.
Don't you dare.
This is massive tongue just like swoop, latches onto you, and you just like keep flying and ignoring it, and it kind of gets dragged along for a bit.
I think Corey turns around and gives the frog some sass. Just like, now, behave. Goodness. You should know better.
Ach, mein Leben. Which way? Is this the right way to the balloon factory, Emin? You spoke to the frog.
Yeah, I guess so.
And Willie, you think so? Because as you start making your way in that direction, you do start to glimpse stepping stones.
Oh, look! I am thinking I am seeing the stepping stones.
You're sinking? That's an interesting choice of words.
Yeah. I am going to jump. Yahoo!
Oh dear.
So yes, as you arrive at the edge of the water there, this row of boulders spaced about 2 feet apart breach the surface of the lake to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway.
Does it look like they're safe to just traverse, or it's going to take an acrobatics check to get across without
Slippery?
dunking myself?
Let's have a quick check. I would say, no, like I said, they're only 2 feet apart, so it's just, regular
Yeah.
kind
Okay.
of things there. Let's have a
Oh,
look.
look, these stones are very solid.
Go back one there, actually, if you could, Charlie. That the bigger one
Emin
there.
very ignorantly just continues to fly over the rocks, and he gets about halfway and like realizes like, oh yeah.
I did not like that sound.
Yeah, so sorry, Willie, let me just put you here. So yeah, Willie is like and like skipping across the stones, and as you jump onto that one, there's like a oi, and let me do it again. Hang on. And he is shunted unceremoniously into the water as that boulder shifts and moves beneath you there, my friend. He's like, no, the bloody ingratitude. And a Galabdur emerges, as that is not a boulder. That's no moon.
What?
That's no moon.
No moon. How deep is the water?
It is. Oh, wait. It is. You have to swim. Yeah. It is deep enough to require swimming off the sides. There's clearly some sort of rocky, like outcropping of shallower water where these rocks are sitting. Let's see. So, yes, Willie, what do you say as this Galabdur just turfs you off into the water?
Bloody ingratitude standing on my head.
Oh, I am begging your pardon. I am quite sorry. I did not realize that so excellently did you blend in with the surrounding stones, which I am thinking is something you are wanting to do, but I do crave your forgiveness at my ignorance.
Persuasion.
Persuasion out. How about a 25?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
It grumbles, it's like,
I suppose you want to know. Are there any more?
Yeah. I am followed by 3 companions. They are just over there.
Tell
As I
them,
tread the water.
tell them not to kick me.
Right. Yoo-hoo! Companions, don't kick the stone rock man here in the middle of the path.
Oh, and you might want to watch out.
And there is a triangle of a little bow wave just surging through the water towards you, and it rises up, and a jagged gilled head with large black eyes emerges out of the water as a aquatic creature surges towards you and attacks. And I need some initiative, please.
Oh,
Oh
no.
dear.
Oh no.
Okay,
Really?
get Willy. You go, guys. Type it in.
It is not my night tonight.
Oh dear.
I rolled a
Nice
4.
Oh.
Don't wait. Do you still have? Well, actually, no. I don't know if that affects this. Do you have danger sense? I don't know if that affects initiative rolls.
Danger
Um,
sense.
I-
No, I
Things,
don't.
things you can see.
Don't think it does, but I will double check.
Danger Sesti. Features and traits.
An
You have
advantage on
advantage
dex
on dex saving
saving
throws, yeah, against things you can see.
Watch out.
So like it's called Danger Sense, if you can see it with your regular eyes like everyone else can.
Correct.
I guess, I mean, you got a little sense it was about to happen before it actually happened, basically. Which gives you the advantage. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. So, yes. Everyone in there okay? So, this. Okay, Corey and Willie, let's see. Okay, yeah, Corey will be first. Okay, so Corey, what would you like to do? There's just this bow wave just like moving through the water very swiftly towards Willie.
Is it possible to hurry over and try to wrench him out of the water?
You could try.
I'd like to do that.
If you are hurrying, please give me an acrobatics check.
14.
14? Okay, you skip and dance over towards Willie as they're floundering in the water with this, just like talking to the Galabdur still, with this this bow wave coming behind them. They haven't actually noticed it yet. They were just said, oh, watch out. Yeah, cue the show's theme music, right?
Dun, 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 dun. I would like to be able
I
to
put it-
wrench them out of the water.
I put it in the Rime of the Frost Maiden somewhere because of the bullet that like travels through the snow outside of the crashed Spelljammer. Speaking of Spelljammer, confirmed. I can't be asked for it. And probably get struck. So I won't. But yes, we can sing it. Adam.
See? Sometimes. Anyway, I'd like to try and pull Lily out of the water, please.
You skip and jump over there, and with less than a 15,
Into the water.
splash into the water with you
Perfect.
two.
Awesome. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I'd like to think like the hair is like turns to like as soon as it hits the water, Lily pads.
Water
Really?
leaves, yeah.
Is this the time? Is this the time?
It's just blending in. Like, advantage on stealth checks. Hops and dragons, welcome in,
Yahoo!
raiders. We are making our way through the soggy court,
Hey!
a royal court of bullywugs full of intrigue and deposed monarchs with their heads on spikes chatting away to each other. And they have fallen off these stepping stones into the water, and something is making its way towards them as a bow wave sinisterly makes its way towards them through the water. I hope you had a fantastic session. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing? Butts to butts to butts to butts. Welcome in. I saw you having a chat about all the D&D Direct stuff. I hope you had a good chat about all of that. I'm excited for some Spelljammer. Okay, so that happens there.
So does
welcome
that take away all the actions and stuff I can do?
in. No, it's just your movement.
Just my movement? Alright, in that case, I would like to...
Jump in the giveaway, everybody.
Frustrating. I would like to use my dash action. Like to dash and try and grab Billy and like get back to the rocks.
Yeah, you can go with a willing person. You can go, hey Tilly, you can go
Are you
half
willing,
speed.
Billy?
Are you a willing Billy?
Yeah, I am willing.
I'm going to willingly drag you over to the rocks,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, I think you could get to them. You can't clamber up on them, but you can get to
Yeah.
them.
As I do that, I shout, if someone could cause a distraction,
So I'll put you there and
thank
there
you.
as you get dragged over. Okay, and splash. Okay, which brings us to Willy Grimm. Said Willy Grimm.
Hello.
And Guild Superior as well. All the raids coming in. How are you doing, everybody?
Wow.
Welcome in, wonderful friends from Guild Superior. We are playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight. They have fallen into the water off these stepping stones, and something is attacking them from the murky depths. But we have not found out what. Look at those. Look at the perfect synergy with those emotes. Hey, Quims, how you doing, my friend? Yes, us and Guild Superior share an emote artist, which is why they look so good together.
Nice.
All right. Yes, thank you, everyone. Welcome in, everybody. We have our giveaway going. If you want to win a copy of Encounters in the Feywild from CZRPG, ! Enter to jump into that. Give us a follow if you want to jump into the followers Discord. Get all of the news about nice, exciting things coming up, and especially our exciting charity games coming up next month with all the fantastic guests and everything there. And we hope that you have a good time and are able to hang out for a bit. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. You've swum over there. Woody, what you doing?
Being towed, obviously, by the scruff of his collar. Willie's being told, like, what is the panic? What is it? What is going on? I was having a nice conversation with the rock over there. And Willie will scan the mist-shrouded water to see what all the hullabaloo is about.
Just here, you can see the bow wave making its way towards you somewhat ominously, which is not pinging for some reason. Is it someone the wrong way? How about here? There you go. Just over there. So directly behind where you just were.
Oh, scheisse! Willie would like to use his action to scramble up on the rocks that I have been so generously towed to by
You
Corey.
can. Okay, yep. So you're up out of the water. Okay.
Perfect.
And just before we get to Daisha, although on the player view that appears to be next, something happens as the water
Of course.
bows up and a glistening head and those scary eyes emerge from the water next to Corey there. And there is a surge of water on the other side as well as two Merrow rise up out of
lovely.
the depths. And
Nice.
there we go.
Lovely.
Let's see here. Give me that nice handout. Look at these nasty boys. Rawr.
They're so nasty. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
They look so fun.
Here I was hoping for Emmett Otter and the rest of the jug band. Okay, Mara.
Okay, so actually,
goodness.
sorry. And
Wow.
another Soul Wars RPG as well. All of the raids coming in.
Wow.
How you
Hello.
doing, everyone? Thank you so much. Absolutely wonderful to see you all. Actually, I'm going to move these Merrow back a little bit. Sorry, because as they just rise up out of the water from there. Welcome in, raiders. Jump on in here. We are playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight 2. Merrow have surged up out of the water here and attacked our adventurers as they try to make their way through the Bullywug Royal Court, the Soggy Court. Hey, good to see you, everybody. Annie's the man. Welcome. Oh, that was you, Annie. Oh, yes, of course, Soul Wars RPG. Yeah, I recognize the name now. Yes, thank you, Annie. Thank you so much. More Brazilian content creator friends. Good to go along with our CGRPG giveaway. Okay, So these Mero rise up out of the water and actually hurl harpoons at you. So one is, let's see, who do they go for?
It's currently
Daisha is safely
Lily
away on the far side there.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
So the first one goes for you, Willie. Does only a 9.
Right past me in my soaking leather armor.
But I can say goodbye to this pesky disadvantage crystal. Bye. Okay.
Whoever gave that to him, thank you.
And the other one is going to go for also Willie. Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
The tasty morsel. I'm rolling dice. You heard it. I hope.
Yes.
15.
That, I believe, is a palpable hit.
Okay.
Fuck my Leben.
So you kind of like dodge out of the way as this harpoon like sails through the air towards you. You're like, haha, you missed! And then another one just like thuds into your leg from the back. You take
Scheiße, I am done for.
9 piercing damage.
Oh!
Oh, my life, it is so cold. It is so cold. Oh,
And-
because I am wet.
I need you to make a strength check, please. Not a saving throw, just a strength check.
Love save.
How about a 19?
Nice, I got a 16.
Yeah.
So the Mero's arms flex and it yanks back on the harpoon and tries to pull you towards it into the water, but you resist and yank it from your flesh and throw it back at it with your blood, darkening the blade.
Nice. Papa always called me Bandy.
Okay, which is their turn, and oh, hang on, is it? Yeah, from a distance, just the one attack there, and Daisha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should go.
Rage.
So yeah,
Hey, Chav.
I'm going to come over here. Hopping on the rocks. And I can't really see. I'm trying to get in close, but I can't see like who's directly next to me. Is it Emin directly next to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but Emin's not in the water.
No. Everyone's
It means
everyone's
I'm in
only
the
only
water.
Corey's in the water. Yeah.
Well, I can't reach you,
I'm in the water.
and I don't have any.
Do you have a staff? Stick.
I am going to use my poison spray. Let's see. It's a con save of 13 for the marrow.
Okay. Are we going left or right?
I am going to go.
Thank you, Celine.
I can't see the marrow to the left. I can only see the one to the right.
Okay. Yeah. Go with
So
your
I'm gonna
vision.
go to the
yeah.
right.
Yeah. The other one is lurking in the mists. The con save, you said. Yeah.
Yes.
17.
Yeah, that'll do just fine. They're
Apologies.
fine.
Is there a like half damage or anything on a success?
Push your noxious gas in your palm. No,
No. Okay.
no half damage or anything like that.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right. Okay. Moving on. Anything else there, Daisha? I mean, you're on deck.
I don't have anything else I can do without risking straight up pushing Emin off these rocks.
Okay. I mean,
Someone's flying, isn't
he chose to be there. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, I believe.
I am.
Oh, is he flying?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, hold on. That changes everything. I still have like 10 feet of movement. I'm gonna come over here. I'm under Emin. Here, I'll go there. There's not a rock there, but I'm on a rock.
This way.
And I'm going to try pulling Willie up on the rock.
What is
He's
on the rock?
rock.
It's
Daisha,
me.
Corey.
Put it up on the rock.
Okay, no problem.
Corrides. Corrides.
Okay, so yeah, you grab Corey's clothing and hold them up onto the rock with you there. Okay, noted. And
The hair like starts wrapping around your like fingers for extra
yeah, just like
grip.
yeah, just like helping out there. And Mr. Pastiche.
Ow! Ow!
Emin is going to. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Okay. In an effort to distract, we're gonna do like a flyby hit.
Okay.
So we're gonna fly up here, and I'm going to take a swing with my rapier at this marrow. So that's gonna
Thanks,
be
Escape. Just you said that, Sirenscape went,
Perfect timing. I thought it was you.
25 to hit.
that'll do it.
Nice.
And I don't think anyone is within 5 feet of him.
Dicer is.
Okay,
Nice.
all right. So that's sneak
Sneak.
attack.
Yep, get that sneak attack. Sneaks. Sneak aerial
Seven.
attack.
8 plus 5, so 13 piercing damage.
Nice.
And I am going to use my bonus action disengage to move another 10 feet.
It is a flyby, tiny dude. It doesn't even have that feature. There are lots of monsters that have flyby, which they don't get opportunity attacks as they just go zipping by. But I mean, does it mechanically?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're off there, mate. Good, nicely done. Corre Nandeo.
Am I on the rock?
You are. He's like,
Alright.
get off my face. I've got some wrestling to do.
Oh.
And lots of inordinate amount of movies to make.
It's just like, you're not my type. And she probably shouts to, honestly, the mirror as she's running across, like, cross the bridge. She shouts to the mirror just like, we're on our way to greet potentially your king. I don't know how the political structure works here. Do you mind?
He's no king of ours. We grow tired of moldy bullywug flesh. Come down to the depths so we may entertain you for dinner.
Trust me, you're not the first person to say that. No, I'm getting it. I'm taking the dodge action and just bolting as far as I can.
These Marrow that have hung out with Bullywugs long enough to speak common. Canonically, they only speak Abyssal and Aquan. Hey.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
3, 4, 5, and I'm on the other side of the room. So you took the dodge action.
Noted. Okay, let's move the map here a little bit for those back home.
You're not the first person to do that, and trust me, you won't be the last.
Herr Grimm.
Yeah, Willie will turn to Daisha. Daisha, I have a most cunning plan.
Yeah,
Run away! And Willie will cast Expeditious Retreat and run the F away. Leaping over rock face. Do I need to make a acrobatics as I use him as a step?
Are you dashing?
Correct. This is my bonus action dash.
Okay, yes, please.
All right. Acrobatics, come on, Willie. I
got it.
I rolled a 1. I would like to burn my
Inspiration.
Okay,
my perspiration.
but first, I must let my little phoenixes fly here.
Oh no, you
It's
don't.
only fair.
Put it back. Put it back.
Okay, reroll.
Watch. And this is how Willie broke his face. Oh, 5. I rolled a 4.
Smash cut to much later. That's an interesting scar. How did you get that?
Right. Yeah, I have 5 on my.
Okay. Okay, so whoop. Roll me a d6.
A 4?
4. Okay, so you fall this way.
Oh dear.
Boop, into the water there.
I am
Billy,
so sorry.
I just got you out of the water.
There is
It
a
looks so much better in my head.
there is a slightly biased kitten that has given you your inspiration back.
Thank you very much, One Killer Kid. A person of beauty, grace, and intelligence, I'm quite certain.
Indeed. I've heard good things.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
Right. Okay.
That's,
Thank you.
that's Willie's Shame-tastic. Did I take any damage on that?
From the fall? No.
So I need to roll a concentration check to maintain the expeditious retreat?
No. You're okay.
Okay.
You're okay. Okay, but it is the Merrow's turn. And this one... let's see, it's their swim speed. Okay. So that's...
Well, Beyond the Witchlight, episode 15, the one in which Willie gets dragged away in the watery grave.
Well, yeah, funny you should say that. Willie, can you make me an acrobatics or athletics
Funny
check?
you should say that.
But little did he know, an acrobatics. Okay, acrobatics or
Or
athletics?
athletics, your choice.
Acrobatics. I will twist like a fish and take that 7.
A 7?
boy.
Okay, I got a 12, so the Merrow surges towards you, grabs you, and then as you are grappled,
Thank you,
it
Morgoth.
drags you back with it. Is that going to take the gallop door as well? No. Okay, good. So the rest of you see this Merrow just surge up, wrap its big, spiny, slimy arms around Willie's torso, and then just, let's see, it went 10 feet to get there, it's got 30 left, it goes half speed when it's dragging. 2, 3, and it drags Willie off towards the water in that direction.
As you watch Willie's thin hands disappearing under the green water, you hear a cry. Oh, come on!
And hey, Kaz the DM, how you doing, mate? We have shouts of Free Willie in chat.
Free Willy! Free
Yes!
And actually, hold that thought. Okay, so that is that one. The other one is going to surge forward. 1, 2, 3, and actually, no, yeah, they're going to go with their ranged. Daisha,
All right.
go fast.
I'm
Boom.
going to run away. I almost said second verse is the first, but like follow Willie and run.
Into the water.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not your turn. I'm attacking.
Oh! Excuse me.
And
Yeah,
I'm
come get
dancing.
me.
I'm dancing over here as I just get my other spinny phoenix emote flying in chat here.
Oh no. Not a nat
Oh.
20.
Yes, I'm at 20. Okay. Daisha.
How did
Yeah.
you go? Average.
Let's see. Oh, roll. Nice slow rolls for you. That's good. So that is 20 damage.
Guys, I'm down.
Again?
Okay, so just the massive hooked barbed harpoon just goes whistling through the air. It goes through the side of your torso, locks into your flesh as it yanks, and you are unconscious and are unable to resist the attempts to pull you in that direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 feet it goes, and it pulls you to it. And you just see Daisha just go, just go limp and just like fall into the water, fished away. Now,
Great.
that was the second turn of the Merrow. At which point something happens. There is a furious splashing, and
Oh.
boats laden with bullywugs with spears come surging through the water from the left and right, from the main body of the lake, and over here from this river coming in from the left here, just by Daisha. And you just say, not our esteemed guests. And Willie, as you just disappear beneath the waves, as this thing is dragging you to the watery depths, you see Sir Bluff and Lady Baltus with their Victorian gowns and long-tailed waistcoats, like billowing behind them as the other bullywugs are surging through the water with the oars on their boats, and they rise up and they hurl their spears at the Merrow, and the one that is landing onto you is several spears thud into its side, and it just hurls you in reaction. and we get a slow motion scene as Willie goes soaring over the Galeb Dare, and the Galeb Dare goes, yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
And Willie, you are hurled into the water on the other side. No, just hurled into the water on the other side.
Hey, at least you didn't hit the rock.
There you go, everyone who I called for Free Willy. Also, Daisha, you are unaware, but your Mero is also attacked and driven off by spears of the noble knights of the Soggy court, and you slowly starts to sink. And I am going to roll a d20 on your behalf. Noted. And Emin, your turn.
Okay. So.
Thank you, Morgoth.
Seeing Willie, because he can't see Daisha, seeing Willie get thrown to the other side of the rock, he's gonna move. Let's see, 5, 10. Would he be able to see Daisha like sinking into the water?
You can just, you just see the top of her head disappearing.
Okay. So we're gonna dive into the water. So that's 15, 20 right here. And then dive into the water to pull her back out.
Okay, so your wings tuck into the beetle-like wing casings on the back, and you just whoosh into the water. And after a moment, whoosh, you're ripped up out of the water again, and you're paddling backwards with Daisha's unconscious form cradled in your arm towards Willie and the rocks there. It's got dynamic lighting on it, Mellibode. That's why we can only see bits of the map. We're just seeing what the players can see. And Morgoth, it's roll 20. I assume that was the question. Okay, so yeah, that's sorted there, mate. Okay, so that brings us to Corey. What's your
How close are they to reachable distance now that we have backup?
in the water?
Yep.
As they are on the map. So Willie's just 10 feet away from you, and the others are a bit further out.
I think because it's half speed when you're dragging someone, right? So Emin had 10 feet of movement left.
Mm-hmm. So 5 feet.
So I think he would have moved the rest of it and probably taken like a bonus action dash to get Daisha the 15 feet over here.
Okay. So you drag Daisha onto the shore,
Yeah.
Okay.
If that is the case, then I'm going to just do the one part. I cast Good Berry in my hands.
Yep.
Use my spell slot. Cast a spell. One app, do the thing. And I am going to take this fistful of berries that I've just conjured, and I'm going to take 5 of them and just shove them into Daisha's mouth.
It's like that. Have you seen that one where they they put the chip near the dog's nose and it's like
Yeah, it's like I think it's just like Daisha berries again. And you gain 5 hit points. You're also feeling very full.
Yes.
Thank you.
Some pretty friends here. Okay. Yeah. And you also see other bullywugs rushing at the sound of the conflict, clearly thinking that some rebellion is going off, and they're so keen to figure out what is going on. Let's go. Okay, So these are the ones that were in the court here, and a few others come running over onto the dry land there behind you, Corey.
At which I shout at them, do any of you have a healer?
No.
Don't be useless, do something.
You should see the king.
I just said don't be useless. This is useless.
So what are you trying to do, Corey?
I'm basically asking, wanting any, if they have a healer, if they can heal, help, is what I'm asking. But I'm doing it in Corey fashion, which is very like, come on, let go.
They're kind of dramatically like fanning themselves and like looking over and like like playing with their ruffles and dramatically.
What is going on? This is rebels? Outsiders? Where have they come from? Interesting.
But,
Pinches her brows. Takes a deep sigh. Absolutely fucking useless.
are you gonna make a medicine check yourself?
Yes. Well, I healed her, didn't I?
Oh, with the good birds, yes.
Yeah, I'm healed.
Yeah.
I'm not dying.
She's not dying. She better not
I'm not
be.
dying. Please,
Points
please
of
tell me I'm not dying.
points of points of reference here. Okay, and you yes, Willie, you pull yourself up out of the water and clamber up onto the bank there as well. And the Subloff says,
Merrow, terrible creatures lurking here in our court. No doubt agents for those disgruntled with the court.
Gosh, I cannot imagine why.
Yeah, how long has that been a problem?
the Marrow did not like the taste of Bullywug, so they never noticed.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
To quote the module.
Do any of you have a healer? Our friend is injured. So, what is it, Daisha? You'll be feeling very full right now. Because one of these is supposed to be a day's worth of rations.
Yeah, I do.
The Bullywugs, Subloff and everyone also already think they've done you a great service by driving the Marrow away.
Yes. Not
And they're like-
protecting your guest is standard, I see.
Willie will.
Oh, don't
be
worry.
his
You are
boss.
outsiders. The rules of reciprocity do not apply to you. It is fine, I'm sure. But
Willie will put on his best manners and thank Sir Bloff and all the other bullywug of the Deus Machina League there. And thank them for their timely and life-saving intervention and try and minimize
Diplomatic.
Yeah, what my friends might be saying. But we'll also stress the urgency to get Daisha seen to because of the egregious nature of her wound. Would you like me to make a persuasion on that, or?
Trying to persuade them, the Bullywugs, of...
Yeah, just like, please take no umbrage at our excitable demeanor. Please to take no. We are quite excited, having just been thrown into the water, and were it not for your timely rescue, who knows what dire fate we would have experienced. So we are quite excited. So please forgive our temperamental language. However, as you can see, one of my companions, the fair Daisha here, she is very egregiously wounded, and we would further press upon your largesse and your hospitality. Do you have anyone who is trained in healing arts or medicine that might be able to help us see to her succor and aid before we go and see your king? Not good to take somebody who is unconscious and dripping blood before a potentate, yeah?
Let's see here.
one of them says, Mundle Mud is quite good with a needle and thread. Go back to the balloons down there.
It's absolutely useless. This is Cora under her breath. And also slightly miffed at Billy.
Yeah. I am thinking perhaps maybe just some sleep. We shall see to off. That might be, the cure is worse than the ailment, if you know what I mean. Thank you, though.
Yeah, let's not go back.
We just
going to
continue
go
to the
again?
north to get to the king, yeah?
Yep.
Across the heads.
The ones on the bank next to you guys there, point top right from where you are. And they go, oh, the king and his court are in the gazebo over this way.
The gazebo. Elegant.
Not a gazebo.
Not a gazebo.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think Corey helps Daisha up. And you can tell when
Thanks.
somebody has, to which, as she's like grumbling under her breath, being like, unorganized actors. Though if the rules of reciprocity don't apply to outsiders, then that is fascinating.
I mean, they're waving them. They're not saying they don't
They're
don't
waving it.
apply. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
forgiving you.
Okay, because that's okay. Yes.
Yeah,
forgiving us.
let's just get out of here.
She's, I was like, Corey is not dragging, but like pulling Daisha and like helping her along. I think Daisha, you can hear her like mumbling. It's just like unorganized, chaotic, rather fun, but they're definitely acting the part of nobility as opposed to actually embracing it. How boring.
Seems tedious.
Acting. This is what they think it looks like. Or at least that's the feeling it feels like.
Okay, so
I
you
wonder
make your
how
way
long each
around
of
the
the
shore
kings
there.
lasted.
Actually, as they're pulling away, you do hear some of them saying, another example of Gulp's inability to deal with a crisis.
I wonder who's next.
Morgoth II. Okay.
Continue north.
Yep, you're gonna go around the shore there.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll just stay next to Corey.
Let's go.
So you're
Friendship.
just making your way through the mist-shrouded shoreline there, and yet will you stop
Right.
there? You find that next building, with the stairs leading up there.
Um,
The arrows point
then-
upstairs.
Well, as we're going along,
Just stop there a
is
second.
it?
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
As we're going along, do we hear anything other than, because there's just been a quote-unquote terrorist attack, and there's definitely unrest within the people. Do we hear like other, like, what's the best way to describe it? Do we hear like other rumblings? Like, does it feel like things have quietened down, or that there's ramping up?
Well, as you make your way through the mists and this other structure looms in front of you here, oh, hang on a sec. If their directions are to believe, this should be the balloon factory. This wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake and is topped with a steep conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole at its apex, and its windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burnt wood. A clothesline attached to one corner of the building's exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments. And you clamber up the steps there. Make your way into the doorway. And stop in the threshold there.
Stopping.
And as you get up to the doorway there, you hear the sounds that you're hearing. You hear the sound of someone frantically rushing around
inside and panicking to themselves. And you have a look at the interior of this scene as you step up there, and you see the room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burnt and broken shelves, intermixed with whatever those shelves used to contain. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots where smouldering wreckage threatens to reignite. A distressed bullywug in a leather smock, as you can just see on the edge of your sight there, scurries around the room with a bucket of water whose contents spill out over the sides in his haste. And he turns and he just shouts to you as you come in. He's like, grab a bucket. We have to make sure the fires are out.
I grab a bucket and I make sure the fires are out. Question mark?
Yes.
There is. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, there is throwing his bucket of water. Nice. So yeah, you can see as you come in here. You can see the token there. There are several little calcifer-esque burning coals gleefully skipping and dashing around the room here, cackling manically to themselves. And threatening to set the whole place on fire again. He's like, quick, stop them! Stop them!
Apologies, dear.
Yeah. So the fires keep popping up again. Would you like to jump in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jump
All
in
hands.
and splash water. I mean, I'm assuming swamp gas is flammable.
Oh God.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Grabs bucket.
Good, astute
Shucks water.
observation.
Before he steps in, Willie turns to Emin. This would be a good time to use the you-know-what. In your pocket. That you don't want to take back to the tower.
Emin is a little bit flustered, so he kind of pats his pockets and he's like, "Oh, you talking about this?" And he pulls out that small carved unicorn figurine that he got a while back. And then he thinks for a second. He's like, "Oh, yeah." And he puts it back and he pulls out the decanter of endless water.
Nice.
And starts geyser blasting this factory.
Willie will stand right in his right shoulder and help by pointing over there, and there's one right there by Daisha's feet.
Okay.
Up there by Corey's hair. Aim by her hair.
So, Emin, please make a roll. Add your dexterity bonus and roll at advantage. And Daisha and Corey, you may do the same with a straight roll with your buckets.
Okay, so D20 plus my dexterity modifier
Yes,
with
that's advantage. Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
That's all of us.
Nice.
D20 dex modifier.
But no advantage for Daisha and Corey because you're just using buckets.
20.
Forgotten folks, let those phoenixes fly.
I got a 4.
Okay.
You were just very heavily injured.
I try to toss the bucket and I just drop it.
So the handle just comes off it. So it falls at you. 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Corey, you go dashing over to the edge of that boundary there and throw the bucket of water in a wide arc, and it splashes into the space here, and these two coals are quenched and doused.
I want to imagine it's like Spirited Away with the cloths when they're running. It's like that fast, like pat, 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 pat. With
Yes.
water.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And Emin, as you try and aim this gushing gout of water from the magical item there, the bullywug is panicking as well. He's like, "Oh, there's more over here!" And just like slams into you and like knocks you, and you spin around, and the jet of water slams into Daisha, causing her to drop the bucket and miss. Okay, and they go running around and continue setting fires. You can see beyond the view that you've got there, where those stairs are coming up to the bottom left of you, Daisha. There are glows of flames dancing through that doorway there. And there's still one up there next to that. Actually, the Bullywug will have his go. 19! Yes, he gets the coal. He gets the coal in that top section there, so that one's gone.
Cool.
So there's just down beyond these stairs here, there's the glow of flames, and you could hear a crackling of fire.
Oh dear. Proceeds to continue with the attempt to do stuff.
Okay.
All right, let's
rush
get
over there.
blasted.
Run. Psh.
Okay, so yeah, you run down into that bottom area there, and there's more of the same. Just these charred remains of the workshop here, and oh, look, you can see Subloff outside. He waves as they're paddling away. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you outside the window here.
I think in this tight space, maybe Geyser is a little overkill, so I'll try the stream function
Sure. Okay.
on this one.
Okay,
What a
so
gun.
Corey, you kind of leave those two for Emin. Do you want to dash to the right there, through to the other room?
Cool. I rolled a 14.
Okay, I'm afraid that one eludes you. Emin, same as before with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
17, 21.
21. Okay, so that is a giggles, is doused and disappears. Okay, and that's over a 20, so you get both of those.
Nice.
Yeah, gone. There's one left, Corey.
Working on it. It's a rough.
Daisha, redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Help.
You grab another bucket.
Are we not in? Okay, coming.
To your right.
It's okay. You run into the same room as Corey. Yeah. Roll me the Dex thing.
Is 13.
13. Okay. Also not enough, I'm afraid. Which the animated coal just comes rolling towards you, Corey. 26.
Oh bloody hell.
And it just goes like barreling through your legs and burns you as it does so. It's
Ow.
3 fire damage.
Oh my
We'll
god.
need the aloe vera, dear.
And your clothing and thing actually starts to burn, and there's just a rustle as your flowers and vines and things in your hair just panic, and all of you just see Corey's hair just stand on end from inside
Do
your
you
hood
mind?
as it tries to get as far
Not
away from the
helpful.
fire as possible.
If you could get me some Banksia.
So let me just grab that token there. Emin, really, what are you doing? Corey is
Okay.
burning. Fire.
Willie, since Willie is the head evil cast, prestidigitation and use the snuff out a candle torch or small campfire, and I assume she is not blazing more than a small campfire.
I think that'll work. Yeah.
All right, and then I will continue to stay at Emin's shoulder, offering not so helpful advice because I already took my action.
Alright.
Okay, so Emin, that thing has also gone rolling through your legs. It's just come behind you now, so it's over there.
Point blank range, we're blasting it with the stream.
Go for it.
Alright.
Bye.
Okay.
How'd you go?
Wow, okay. So with the advantage, I rolled a 1 and a nat 20.
Dang!
Whoa.
That's either end of the spectrum.
Nice.
Okay, so yes, you spin it round. The natural means you soak Daisha again as she comes running down into the ground. It's like smash, but then you do angle it round with Willie's help, and the jet of water just whoosh onto the animated coal, and it is quenched and disappears.
Yay!
Emin is going to look at Daisha, who's probably pretty frustrated that I keep hitting her with this water. And he'll say, hey, at least it's not swamp water. It's fresh water. You're good. You're clean.
Yep. Feeling great. Squeaky clean.
Like Corey leans over to Villy and just like, you wouldn't happen to be able to do that spell on Daisha before she gets the zoomies in the other direction, do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. One precipitation coming up.
Thank
And
you.
Willie will
Oh,
just
yeah,
start
the dryer thing. Yeah.
throw the cantrip, and every third one for dry and clean, he'll throw in the small effect, which will be fluttering butterflies.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
I think Corey takes, like, she reaches into her hair, breaks off a stick of aloe vera, and starts smearing it on her legs. Oh, bloody hell, every single bloody time.
And you make your way. So I'm just going to grab you here and make
So-
your way back up into that top
Um,
chamber. And leaning against the overturned table, that bullywug is. He was like,
Thank you all so much. Goddamn revolutionaries.
What happened?
There is an attempt to overthrow the king. They tried to throw his name into ill repute by destroying the balloon factory and getting him in trouble with Bavlorna.
Why would that get him in trouble with Bavlorna?
But it is her balloon factory, of course.
Ew.
Oh.
Wait, so has the king always been a king, or a king only since Bavlorna had the factory?
King only since he boiled the last one.
Oh. So the monarchy has been around since Bavlorna?
It was a fledgling monarchy in the early days.
Ew. To like her hair, Corey whispers, you can really tell.
and
He's like, please, when you present yourselves to the king, I suggest you show him this to gain his favor as a thanks for helping.
and he passes you a brass brooch shaped like a fly, and its wings buzz from time to time.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, I want that.
That's neat.
And he's like, and you have my thanks, Duke Icarant, at your service.
Duke Icarant. Gotcha.
Just make your way around the top of the building on the outside, and you can find your way up to the gazebo.
Oh, thank you.
My pleasure. I thank you.
Ellie.
Thank you so much, my Lord Duke. What is your duties here in the factory, just for my own curiosity?
Oh, I am overseeing the repairs after the arson attack, but these new fires kept popping up, and then we discovered it was these animated coals. These look like they were stolen from Bavlorna's cauldron themselves.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Are you an architect by trade? A designer of buildings? Carpentry? Things like that?
I'm more into disaster management, and there are frequent disasters here.
Oh, thank you very much for the candor. I suppose I must follow my companions to meet your king.
All the best.
Alright, Willie will follow after his companions after that brief interlude with Duke Icarant.
Okay, other way.
This way? No, this way.
No, that's just a window there.
This
Back.
way.
That's just the one door where you came in.
Oh, okay, understood. Wait, But we were supposed to go through the factory, no?
He said go around the top on the outside.
That makes more sense. I know how to use Roll20. I'm an intelligent beast.
I'm an intelligent beast. Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I'm definitely not. Well, actually, no, I'm not ending that sentence because that stuff.
Now, stop
Oh, I
yourselves just there if you'd be so kind.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Heads.
I don't like those drawings.
I like them about.
It's interesting, isn't it? Okay. So, as you make your way around the outside of the building, you find yourselves confronted with a long bridge. This flat wood plank bridge, which spans an arm of the lake, is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes. At the centre of the
Nice.
bridge, just out of sight at the moment still as the fog roils around, a small figure sits. Can someone come and head out onto the bridge there to see that?
I will.
Okay.
Oh, I think I had a dream about this. Oh,
Is
after
that-
you.
Thank you, the red herring.
No, you first. You first. You had a dream.
Does this match the dream?
There you go. Thank you. Yes, these are definitely the heads that you saw. So yeah, at the centre of the bridge, a small figure sits with their feet dangling over one side. The figure appears to be talking to themselves in bemoaned tones, but then the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt into a cacophony of voices, some indignant, others sympathetic. A few more in the distant row yell, "What? I couldn't hear what they said!" And
I love this.
Willie, you do hear the one next to you. You didn't hear what the little figure said, but you did hear one of the bullywug heads shout,
I can't believe it. No, those damn hadn't gone. Back in my day, when I was monarch, nothing like that would have happened.
and the head next to it goes,
No, but I was the king. I was the best. And I was the greatest. And it was my taxation. Yes, it was my taxations that brought the glory to the court, the Suki court.
"It seems you have found the mad King Morgoth the First."
Oh dear. You are the great Morgoth, hmm?
Oh,
So-
yes, indeed. Welcome to my court. And the other was like, "This is not your court. They were all dead and deposed here. You stupid." I agree. No, I was the greatest, of course. My realm was clearly mine was the greatest. You just did nothing. Everything fell apart at it, and they all start bickering amongst themselves.
I'm getting
Willie will just
flashes.
Watch
God.
them with a John McClane, kind of like, what the look on his face like, and he'll whisper down, "Who's a sad-looking sack fellow? Do they always babble on like this?"
Just
The Bridge of Babylon.
the character Sat is a very interesting looking little creature. It appears to be some kind of scarecrow, but animate. And it has a gourd for a head. And as it turns to look up at you, there's a clink, clink, clink as something rattles inside the gourd. There must be art for this.
A skeleton? No, a skeleton. The scarecrow.
It is a scarecrow with giant crab claws on either hand and this gourd for a
lovely.
head. Here you are.
What is it? Aquaria makes a very pointed glance at Billy.
Yeah?
No, don't you remember? The guide?
Oh, yeah. Willie will look up at the sky as he references his memory files.
Not. No,
So yeah, the various deposed monarchs are still like fighting amongst themselves about who was the best and who had the
Emin
the
is
better.
going to sneak up behind Willie and Corey, and he's had to stop and like rub his eyes several times to make sure that it's not like fog, like messing up his vision or something.
Okay, and you turn around, and they're still like going away. It's like, yes, and I would have led the Sungy Courts to great things if you, and it kind of like shifts around on its spike and looks at the one next to it. If you hadn't put that pitchfork through my ear, I was just paying it forward. It was this one over here dragged me in a net and put me on the end of a very big spike. They're just like berating each other for how they killed each other. The rather sing-songy, kind of crazy-looking one that you think was Morgoth the First, pipes up again. He's like, well, none of you had it like I did. I was dragged off my peasants and fed to the Jabberwock.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Which one's the first?
First, the oldest-looking one?
Yes. Like the oldest, like the head that looks like it's been there the longest.
Okay. It's down the far end, on the opposite end of the bridge.
Oh, would you look at that? There's room for at least 2 more. And an entire other side.
And the one closest to you appears to be the boiled in oil, previously deposed ruler, the most
they
recent.
have like a crusty.
Yeah. Little bullywug brulee. And you, let's see here. It's like, well, at least we can all agree on one thing. Oh, yes, of course, yes. All of us were better than Gullop the 19th. The sooner he's up here with us, the better. And there's like, did you hear?
Willie's gonna have to make a history check to see if he recalls the importance of Clapper Claw the Scarecrow. Is not in his mental memory files.
Okay, as they're talking about Gullop the 19th there, it's like, have you heard? Like, yes, of course I heard. I have spies. Anyway, to this day, loyal subject. As if you've forgotten your name. And they're like, it's like, there's another coup in the works, you know. And Morgoth the First is like, yes, another one. We have things in motion, always things in motion. And Willie, Clapperclaw was said to be the guide that could get you through the mists to the next part of the realm.
Perfect.
I think we learned that from Jingle Jangle. I think.
Did we? I was so busy writing about her keys and truffles. All right.
Yeah, he's supposed to be able to guide you to thither.
Hello. Are you the one known as Clapperclaw?
And it looks up. It turns up. It's like, and it's just like click, 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 click.
All right. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Well, we are, my companions and myself, on a bit of a jaunt. And it seems that, not immediately, but quite soon, we are going to leave hither and possibly head to thither or possibly yon. Maybe both. And we were led to believe that you were a person who might be able to help us facilitate this.
Yeah. I made that mistake just recently. I don't want to do it again. No.
A mistake?
Just led someone through the mist yesterday.
And look where it got me. And they shout, just like rustle their head angrily.
Oh, are you alright?
No! I'm
What
not.
happened?
I had a glorious skull for a head. It was fantastic. A glorious stag skull. And then
You poor thing.
all I did was guide that stupid Tarragon through the mists. It said,
Oh my goodness, was it a bunny with a bloody blue scarf that was extra long?
yes, it was.
He said, lead me through the mists for a great reward. And I didn't realise that the reward was going to be his. He took my skull, and I got stuck with this. Still,
I can be frank with you. I'm on a very large and very heavy revenge quest against this asshole. Would gladly bring you back their head in exchange for help.
no. Don't want any silly herringon head. I want my stag skull.
Yeah, well, we can get that too.
You can?
Willie will look over Corey's shoulder at Daisha and lock eyes with Daisha and just kind of raise his eyebrows. But Corey starts promising to retrieve objects for other people here in the Feywild and kind of give up. Exactly, like.
The irony. Willie's making eyes at me for that. Oh, funny that. I was actually talking about me and my hair when I said we. She doesn't. She was talking with that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was just Willie like.
No, but seriously, she's very animated at this. She hates this funny. Can't wait for my backup character.
That is a shared emotion. Do not worry.
The B plot.
Nightheart Gaming. Hello, Raiders. Huge raid. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're doing very, very well. We are playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight. They have just met Clapperclaw, the Scarecrow, and a array of ex-monarchs' heads on spikes that are still very chatty. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? Hope you had a fantastic session, you good selves. I hope everyone is well. Thank you for joining us. If you're not ready to consider giving us a follow, we play lots of D&D over here, lots of different campaigns going on, all interlinked and having some good times together there. And we have a giveaway today as well. ! Enter for your chance to win Encounters in the Feywild from CZRPG. Do jump in if you are able, and thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, I see some somber emotes there. Hello, hello. Okay, good to see you. Nightheart Gaming, is that... Hang on. There he is. Hey, Jay, how you doing, mate? Hello, welcome, everybody. Nightheart Gaming, is my memory correct here? Are you the gentleman very good at making cocktails? Because they look absolutely delicious every time I've managed to see that. Welcome in, welcome in. And it has a very, very nice setup. Welcome to the Wackyverse, indeed. How you doing, Raiders? Everyone, if you got those phoenixes, let them fly. Good to see you, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so yes, it is you, Nightheart. Yes, fantastic. Hey, Sylvez, thank you for the follow. Everyone, if you give us a follow, you can jump into our followers' Discord, where you can share your own projects. You can look to be a player in people's games, look to have players for your games, get all of the news that's coming up. We have a fantastic charity stream for No Kid Hungry coming up next month. We have James Hake, the project lead of the new Critical Role book, and the head game designer at Ghostfire Gaming joining us. We have Kelsey Dion from the Arcane Library coming. We have Quincy from Quincy's Tavern. And we have Brian and Cucumber, our felted friends from Perception Studio, as well as their DM, Ryan, and Dead Aussie Gamer joining us for that as well. I do hope that you can join us and... just come back upstairs. Yes, indeed. Cocktails and mini presentations. Nice. A good combination. Hey, Confused Cammy, how you doing? I hope you're not too confused as to what's going on here. We are... Well, no, it's the Feywild. You should be. Should be confused in a general sense. Right, okay. Good to see you, Jay. Hope you're doing really well, my friend. All right. Hope everyone enjoyed the new D&D announcements recently. In the wee small hours for us over here in Japan, but... lots of exciting things. If you give us a follow, Morgoth, then I will send you the Discord invite after we go offline in your Twitch Whispers. So keep an eye out for that. And give me a yell if it times out, and I can send you a new one. Straight away. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So, Willie, yes, Clapperclaw and Corey, the two of you talking to Clapperclaw there, as you promised, Corey, to look for their skull head, to replace this mouldy old gourd. They look very excited, and they are very keen to help you. It's like, oh, well, yeah. If you're willing to catch that nasty little herringon and get my beautiful skull back, then yeah, I could take you. And trust me, you need me. These mists, oh goodness, it's all sorts of nasty things. I mean, it's not like how you. I mean,
I was in Gehenna. That was something else. No.
Oh.
No. There's lots of nasties lurking out there in the mists, and if you want a smooth journey, I would recommend getting off the ground for starters, and then yes, taking me with you that I might guide you through these nasty roiling mists that have come up from somewhere. They never used to be here, but I am so attuned with Our Lady's domain that I am able to take you wherever you wish to be. Well, as long as that's thither. You want to go to thither?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank God. All right, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, no problems.
We need to give our greetings to the King of Soggy Court because we're guests in this region. Would you mind waiting?
Yeah, no rush. Like I say, I just made the journey already. It's fairly traumatic. I don't know if I want to do it again today. Ooh.
Oh, that's fine. Goodberry?
Oh. It's just delicately grabs it between two pincers, builds up to the gourd. It's just completely sealed. There's no way, nothing. There's no mouth to put it into. Just pops it in his shirt pocket. You see, he's got that big satchel next to him on the arts there. As you get a good look at that, Corey, you see it's overflowing with mouldy straw. You think that he might have to restuff himself from time to time.
Moldy straw. Moldy shosh. It can't be fun. All right.
Right.
It looks like we have a ride.
Now, meanwhile, Daisha, you are looking at these various heads here and talking to them, and they are just waxing lyrical about how awful the current king is and how they're sure a new uprising is about to happen any moment and overthrow this useless monarch. And the Morgoth the First is particularly excited about this, it seems, for some reason.
We're getting the hot tea.
Indeed.
Let's spill.
And let's see here. And yeah, one of the other heads is like, well, it's about time there was a bloody coup to come up. Yes, all of these problems coming. Just recently, a spy was released and escaped in one of our own balloons. And but one of their accomplices was captured, of course. And they talk about how one of the bullywugs that was helping Sir Tolivar was thrown in the cells and imprisoned here in the Soggy Court. You can talk to them. So, Daisha, is there anything you'd like to say?
I'm enjoying getting the tea, I am sure. Just being like, and then who impaled you? Oh, you impaled him. You were mad at him because just that kind of thing. I don't know that,
It was unheard of. I was an exemplary ruler, and it was very, very unheard of. Just completely unjustified. It's like, nope, your time was up. You were doing an awful job. I did the whole court a perfect service by thrusting that spear through your head. And there's a slight whistle as the wind blows through that one's head.
Hey, somebody mentioned a spy. What did he get caught spying?
Oh, he was trying to spy on Bavlorna. Well, you know how she is, shut away in private in that cottage of hers. He kind of
jerks his head in the direction of the center of the lake, which is completely enshrouded in fog. You can't see anything. I should show everyone this cool map while we've got all these lovely visitors here. There you are, everyone. Does someone want to shift over a bit so we can see a bit more of the map? Sorry, using dynamic lighting here, folks. It's a bit...
Right.
The fog
Would you like me to step forward? I was talking.
You can stay next to Club.
Does that help?
Yeah, you're next to Club there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. And let's put Willie on the other side there, so the two of you are talking to him, so we can see those heads. That's really funny. These maps are great. I love them so much. Okay, and you are, talking to these various different heads here. And sorry, Emin, say that again.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, so they were saying,
yes, it was a fairy dragon of some sort spying on Bavlorna, and she's very distrustful and likes to be shut away from everyone over in her cottage. So She was most distraught that she was being spied upon. That's probably one of her horrible sisters.
You think one of her sisters was trying to get info?
Well, she hates her sisters, so probably that Scabatha Nightshade.
Gabitha.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys ever met any of her sisters?
We have a rather limited perspective on things.
I
then-
figured.
Morgoth the first is like, oh, but I know. I have my spies everywhere, and I hear the little tweets of the birds and the croaking of the froggies as they go swimming by.
And they say,
Oh, that I'm wonderful.
Right.
yes, there we go.
Right.
No ruler as good as you, my lord Morgoth.
Absolutely. You know, I should be up there with Bavlona in her special pool. It's so important to her, but I think it would regenerate my body as taken away by that nasty Jabberwocky.
You
Wait,
felt as a Jabberwocky?
No,
You've
I
seen
was
it?
fed to the Jabberwocky by my traitorous subjects. But now they've seen the error of their ways, as the court has been thrown into disregard and utter chaos by these pretenders to the throne. And I have got my spies, and I know what is going on. I hear all the little things.
Oh, it is probably very useful to still have so many loyal followers, my lord?
You may supplant yourselves before me at this given moment.
Willie will make a very florid and flourishing bow. And
And
like,
the head turns on the spikes to the one next to it. See, I've still got it.
he'll stand up. It is such an honor to be addressed by a potentate as powerful as yourself,
It
good
was like,
King Morgoth.
Why would you debase yourself in front of this? No. It is I, Orglach, that you should bow to. No, it is I, Ribble the 14th. No, me, Splop the 2nd.
and they all start vying for your attention.
Willie will stand up and look at all of the heads and will say, loud enough for him to hear, quite point blank, "Yes, that may be the case, but of all of you, only King Morgoth here is still able to influence current events through his loyal followers. Can you say the same?"
Indeed. Yes, it is I. It is I. I am the great puppet master, controlling all things throughout my realm.
Yeah,
I'm just
you see,
picturing-
he is the one king. Side
Fingers,
look over
like
there.
a fingers. What is it doing? You're doing finger motions, but there's no fingers on this
Sorry.
creature. So it's like, it's like a bobblehead.
Yeah. Let's get into the. Let me grab these chopsticks here. Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go.
Yes, I am the
There it
puppet
is.
master.
So, my Lord King, I assume you're wanting to be restored to your rightful throne, yeah?
Oh, it is only a matter of time. The uprising is soon. The revolution is happening.
Yeah, but what about Bavlona? Would that not still make you a vassal to her?
All things shall be dealt with once my power is reinstated. Now, good Sir Knight, if you would go and slay the Jabberwock and return the remains of my body that I may be returned to my throne, go at once and do my bidding. I did the hand again, damn it.
Willie will look down Doc at Corey, Daisha, and Emin with the look like, what now?
Is there a Jabberwocky around? Is there? Cora says to the heads.
All of them?
Yeah, to all of them, it's like, is there a Jabberwocky around, really?
There is talk of such a beast.
Ew.
This one
Then-
was apparently fed to it by his own subjects.
dear.
Serves him right for having all those parties and throwing all those taxes around.
Actually, who was the first of you?
And then right down the end, there's a very decayed, very shriveled one. It's like,
I was the first.
Corey makes her way. Having wrapped up what I believe what the talk was with clavicle, which I realize sounds like clavicle, which is hilarious because none of these creatures, all of these creatures have a spike up theirs. Anyway, goes over to the end of the line and goes, so what was your original deal with her, if this is the result?
Yeah, back in my day, we didn't make deals with hags.
So
It was
then,
a glorious realm 2.5 months ago.
Oh. So what happened?
This one. With
it's like that other guy get his words in his head.
it was this one. With the root of a tree.
He got turns on the spike, and there's just a massive indentation on the back of his head.
Ooh.
The cheek of it.
so this, like the second, Emin will approach the second king's head and ask him, like, why'd you knock him off?
I'm second in line, but not in the line of succession. I am the 10th. There is not always a head left to put on a spike.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
He just thinks it was me because I'm next to him. He's quite mad.
So what was the deal?
It's been so long.
2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Generations ago.
10 weeks. That. Okay. Alright. And Emin will kind of like, he'll float up a little bit and kind of address all of these heads. As if he were like in like a coliseum or something, like address all of them, like,
Well,
okay,
so
so
what is that?
tell me.
I had a fairy jester, you know. He's probably going to tell a joke. Everyone, listen.
You guys. But there's the punchline. Oh wait, you can't punch.
I'm getting a little tired of these frog microaggressions, let me tell you. Okay. Who among you can tell us why did they bump off number 1?
But he wasn't fit to rule, of course. A terrible ruler. Disappointed his people. All kinds of troubles, strife.
There's just a cacophony of lots of excuses and things.
Willie will whisper in Emin's ear. You should
I would have come back
Ask.
down at the, like, realizing the futility of this action. He would have, like, slumped and, like, gone back down to the dock.
ask the first king how he ascended the throne.
There you go. That's the golden question.
That's a good idea. So how did you become king in the first place? Like, what did you guys do before there was a court?
Because I was the greatest, most dignified and destined to rule.
But destined by who? So somebody came and they knocked on your little frog door and they said, "Hey, you're it." Did you get a letter? Did you get a form that you had to fill out? What? Who?
I had the support of my loyal subjects until I didn't.
Okay, so it was kind of a democratic thing.
It is always the will of the people who is in charge and who is on a spike.
Sure.
Right.
Just then, a Bullywug Chamberlain struts pompously down to the far end of the bridge. His Royal Highness, will I see you now?
I guess we should go see the current king and
Knock on his
I
little
know.
frog door.
not yet. Yeah. Let's go knock on that little frog door.
Useless. Yes, he'll be disposed. Well, yes, he'll be joining us here, so yes, it won't be long until he's here with us.
Yes, except then he's here with you.
And it's like, laugh at that.
New nobility, I swear to goodness.
And you, yes, you make your way across the bridge.
Yes.
And as, yeah, stop
2.5
there a second, Willie.
months. 2.5 months, my goodness.
And as you make your way across, you see atop this grassy rise coming up out of the water on the far side of the bridge, a grand marble gazebo stands atop this mound of soggy earth. Its white stones streaked green with algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly, so the domed canopy is sitting askew on the top of the columns. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where Bullywugs dressed in shabby royal clothing and courtly outfits lounge on pillows. Among them, a harpist. Just get this over here. A harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle with the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby Bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded underneath him. He has a large leather-bound book open across his lap and is mouthing the words he reads on the pages. Without looking up, he says, "Have you no herald to announce your presence before King Gullop the 19th?" And he slams the book closed as if to punctuate the question and regards you all for the first time. Sleepy Bullywug guards standing around the monarch snap to attention as he slams the book and ready their weapons.
Willie will cast prestidigitation and create a show of sparks and pops and toodles from horns blowing around us as we walk in.
Fantastic.
And toodles.
I do have to just show you these knights.
Jorge the pen.
Not yet. The pen?
That you just got in the balloon from the balloon factory.
The bronze fly.
Oh, yes. I raise it up as I do a quite well practiced, actually. Like, surprisingly, like she straightens up, shoulders back. She holds herself quite well, and curtsies low as if she's got a very long, flowing organza skirt.
Okay, yeah, as this fanfare from Willie dies down, you do that. Okay.
That is a fancy night.
Humbled before you.
Okay, so yeah, you actually all see this scene probably for the first time here. You see King Gullop the 19th, and there is a baby crocodile, as we saw in the art before.
He's so cute!
Little little baby.
Wait till you hear his
Oh
name.
my goodness.
The crocodile kind of snaps its jaws a bit as he says about that entrance there, and he turns. He's like, no, not now, little Snoodle, not now. Snoodle the baby crocodile.
Oh, Lord.
Quotes unquote. And he's kind of like scritching the top of its head with a little scratchy noise. And you can see the various knights stationed around the interior of the gazebo. And then there are 8 unarmed bullywugs lounging at the king's feet, eating insects from platters as they gossip amongst themselves. And he's like, that will do, I suppose. Please, make yourselves comfortable and welcome to my court. And as he, let's have a look here. He's like, drinks, and you see once more Sabloff come into the area, and he takes a tray of drinks, indeed, some wine left over from Morgoth the Thirst's madcap party-fueled reign, and they bring these cups to you all, and they all raise a glass. To our visitors, welcome to the soggy court. And they drink your drink as well.
Or does the gesture of drinking, but very much does the side like pause behind her back, because she can't actually drink it in front of everyone.
Dasha, Emin, Willie, yes?
Willie drinks.
Yeah, I drink.
Okay. Emin, as you knock back the drink and raise up the glass, the earthenware cup to your mouth and do it, you see a message scribbled on the inside of the cup.
Oh?
And as you pretend to keep drinking and peer at the contents through the bottom of the cup, it says, "Find Illig, Baron of Muckstump, at once." And then
Find Illig?
yes, find Illig, Baron of Muckstump, at once. And as you keep drinking, the level of the wine kind of goes down, and then the final writing scritched on the bottom of the cup emerges from the liquid, and it simply says, "The revolution lives." And
I wonder
we
if Illig is up to illegal activities.
shall stop there.
What? What? We stop here?
Yes, we do.
No.
I'm afraid so.
Cliffhanger.
Net cliffhangers.
That's just, that wasn't wine, exactly. I
All
have to admit,
right.
though, I was rather surprised, because when you said Emin, I thought you were going to follow up with Constitution saving throw. So that was novel.
The reason-
Yeah.
Viva the revolution! Yes, indeed.
That's half the reason she did this.
Okay, folks, I have some bad news. You're going to have to wait a while to see just what form this revolution takes, because we are not streaming next week. But after we have taken our week off after the big national holiday here in Japan, we will be back to streaming, and Wild Beyond the Witchlight will be the first session back. So
Oh, you got that.
be ready for that on May the 5th or 6th, respectively, depending where you are in the world.
We will, we'll be back 2 weeks from right now. So
Indeed.
that is what? 1-6 Bullywug Ruler's reign.
Yeah, see how many kings come through.
How many get taken out in the period of time we're just away from the stream?
So,
Right.
everyone, a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's joined us today for all of those raids. So many raids today. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here. I hope you had a good time. It's been a pleasure to have you along with our adventures here. And we will look forward to seeing you all again very soon. If you have not already, please give us a follow and get the word of when we go live, and jump into that followers Discord if you would like. And do not miss your chance to win. The giveaway is going to be drawn soon. CZRPG's fantastic encounters in the Feywild up for grabs.
exclamation mark enter in chat there as we wrap up and say hello and what's going on to all these lovely people, and then we shall decide who our winner is. So, first things first, what is coming up for Scarlet's song?
Okay. So on May 5th, the day before we stream, I think, we will be releasing the latest adventure, and heckin', I worked so hard on this, called The Flare in the Hair. Character art, I think, on screen now, question
Indeed,
mark?
I'm just doing the links in chat there for all of Scarlet's stuff, and boop.
Thank you.
There they are.
So every month we come up with an NPC. This NPC will be the gateway NPC to our Book of Bardic Songs, which is starting with the land of Ryukoku, a Japanese-inspired fantasy setting, starting next month for content. That adventure in its pack has 11 maps, item descriptions, NPC
Awesome.
spell lists, and spell descriptions, because I'm that GM that knows that I can never remember the spells. So if you're interested in supporting that, head over onto my Patreon, where you can get it for as little as, like, I think $10 Australian, so like $7.50 US for all
Yes.
of that and art.
Head on over. Yes, a wonderful Patreon for you to follow and support. Thank you. Charlie, what is going on with you, my friend?
Hey, after a long hiatus, we will be back in the Twitchverse starting this Sunday, and I will probably stream on Friday myself, just doing the chill and build.
Nice.
Next Friday, next week, because my birthday stream fell apart. Thank you, blown up CPU. Yeah, remember?
That's right.
doing-
F chat.
We will be doing the all-day stream with a slightly different focus. I will be speaking to the creators that are working with Kyle at Play Nerd Allies with FIG, Foundation for Inclusivity
Lovely.
in Gaming, and doing a little bit of fundraising for FIG, because that's near and dear to all of us with DM Charlie Gaming. Other than that, we've got games coming up. If you want to come and play with myself or other talented DMs, Frictionless Dan, hit me up. I'll send you the Discord link. We have one-shots and campaigns and all kind of stuff in the works. And yeah, next Saturday, DM Charlie Gaming 1 year anniversary. We've made it a year worth of. So if you're in the server, I will just be giving a ton of crap away. Dice, stuff, figures, you name it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll just be doing stuff
Dice.
all day. It will require you to deal with a bunch of @everyone's and to give me a butt ton of replies and reactions, but hey, it should be fun. So, right on. That's what I got going.
Fabulous. Thank you. Right, a massive thank you to Daisha and Eamon as well, Steph and Colby. Thank you as always. If you are in the Florida area, keep an eye out for some rather fancy G-hankies that are around. What are the locations at the moment?
G hankies, is that what you call? Oh, that's
Jiggle on
Japanese.
Mikey.
I was like, what are you saying right now? I thought that was like UK slang, and I was so shook.
Draconic.
So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, we're Vexed Vending. We do art vending machines out in the Orlando, DeLand area, and we have a machine at the Spiral Circle Bookstore, a machine at the Falcon Bar and Gallery, and a machine at Main House Market that we just placed this weekend. So, and I think maybe like 3 more to come in the next 3 months. So
Fantastic. And I have quickly just up here and grabbed a link. There is the Instagram there. Give them a follow and all the goings on over there. So that is Vexed Vending on Instagram. Okay, awesome art projects in that area. Wonderful stuff. Okay, I wasn't following yet. So there I am now. Okay, so as okay, so everyone, yes, jump on in there and give these wonderful creative people a support and enjoy their journey that they are on at the moment. Now, we, for our parts, will be back later with Jacinta's Tyranny and then Candlekeep Mysteries tomorrow, which will bring us into next week. Something exciting that's happening next week. We have a new sponsor partner joining us. The fantastic Gilletized is joining us and will be giving everyone in chat a discount giveaway code that you can use on their store. 3D printed minis that you can choose to have painted or not. They are an official vendor for lots of fantastic mini creators, and they have a fantastic catalogue which we'll be sharing with all of you once that has kicked off. And we will be giving away a special, rather fancy giveaway code which will give you a very hefty discount on their store as well. So if you love those physical minis, and there is shipping and stuff included as well, so they can send that where they need to get gone, and look forward to working with them starting next week. So do not miss that as we jump into Rime of the Frost Maiden, Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond. Well, that would be normal, but sorry, I forgot. Next week is when we finish up early. Yes, we won't make it all the way to the end of the week. Sorry. So we do have Rime of the Frost Maiden Out of the Abyss next week, but Barovia and Beyond and Wild Beyond the Witchlight are into that holiday period, I'm afraid, so we will not have them next week, but we will be back after that Golden Week holiday. And there won't be a Barovia and Beyond, but that Thursday is my birthday. So stay tuned. If you're not already, give us a follow and jump into that followers Discord for what is coming up. Something rather special is going to be happening on Thursday evening or morning, depending where you are in the world, and I hope you can join us for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait. Now, that is all. Last chance, anyone that wants to jump into the giveaway, ! Enter for your chance to win today's CZRPG supplement for D&D. Fantastic stuff. And thank you, Papa Dragon. Thank you, Ink. And we are going to draw our winner for that in just a moment. So, now, I'm trying to think what else is going on. Yep, stay around for news with the fantastic people we have joining us for that charity stream. Can't wait to play with Quincy. Can't wait to play with the puppets from Perception Studio.
So much chaos.
I know. Dag, you saw what Dag said in your one-shot thing on Monday. He's like, why did you put me and Quincy and the Felted Friends and Ryan in the same game? It's going to be insane.
Don't make a plot, you just watch it happen.
let me get the dates here. Our two one-shots are May 13th and May 20th in the US and North America and that end of things. The day after over here, May 21st and 28th respectively, for those two, 14th and 21st respectively, for those one-shot games. And all of our regular campaign games will also be raising funds with the chance for you to win incredible prizes as we are partnered once more with the wonderful people over at the Games Tavern to bring you fantastic donation incentives and the chance to influence play. I'm going to have a chat with all my various players and see what we can come up with for your donations to sow some chaos. I'm not the only one who needs to suffer here, so we shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. All right, everyone, thank you so much. That is all we wrote for today. So let's see who the lucky winner is. Remember, give us a shout in chat if you're the winner, so we can send it your way. If you're not around, we will give you a little time to claim your prize, but then we will have to pick someone else closing up those entries. All right, here we go. Tonight's copy of CZRPG's Encounters in the Feywild is heading to Ink from a Stone, one of our new followers today. Perfect. Drum roll.
Congratulations.
And right there, claimed immediately. Hey, Ink. So you said you weren't going to enter, and we convinced you to do so, and wasn't it worth it? Nice. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so thank you so much, Ink. I'll send you the links to claim your prize in your Twitch Whispers after we go offline. Everyone, stick around for the raid. Let us see who's online so we can pay this forward. And it's so wonderful to have so many people here. Thank you, everyone, for those wonderful, wonderful raids today. Let's see, are any of our partners on here? None of our stream team are on at the moment. So I tell you, we haven't raided this way for a while. Let's go and see the Adventure Archive. Now, with the recent news of Spelljammer confirmed for real this time, they are playing something called Death in Space. So let's just go and see what that's all about. Stick around for the raid, folks. If you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi Nasai.
Oh, yes?
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.